Make with Shell. And engines that continuously use Shell V-Power Nitro Plus Premium Gasoline. See full terms and conditions at fuelrewards.com.
Welcome to the Fleets Equipment Football Pregame Show on Regional Radio and MyMoInfo.com. Hi, I'm Jason Fleet. Football, Fleets Equipment, family and friends. American tradition that will always be there for generations to come. Fleets Equipment in high school football, mowing down the competition on turf, on the grass, and in the field.
Hi, I'm Clarissa Nagger. Fleets Equipment, a proud supporter of high school sports, on your number one source for play-by-play with an award-winning team at KTJJ, KREI, KJFF, and MyMoInfo.com.
How we doing, everybody? My name's Jacob Vinson. You're in here on the J98 studios, and it is week number 10. The district quarterfinals are on deck, and you're listening to Regional Radio. Hopefully everyone's having a good Friday night. I know I'm having a great Friday night, and it's only going to get a little bit better. This is the Fleets Equipment pregame show here all across Regional Radio. A lot of good games going on tonight, so let's dive right into the action. The football district tournaments kick off tonight across the Show Me State, and in the Class 3 District 1 bracket, the 4-seeded St. Genevieve Dragons play host to the 5-seeded Dexter Bearcats on J98. Now, these two teams have met every year since 2010, sometimes twice in a season, with St. Genevieve leading the series 10-4 over that span. However, these two have split their past 4 matchups dating back to 2017. Both teams have overcome slow starts to their season and have impressed down the stretch. Dexter began the year 0-4 before rattling off a 3-1 record over their final 4 games. However, those 3 wins did come against teams with a combined record of 6-18. St. Genevieve, on the other hand, started the season 0-3 against some of the best teams in the state, Festus, Valley Catholic, and Kennett. They then stopped Potosi, St. Pius, and Perryville and played to within a 5-point game against the Central Rebels to go 3-1 the rest of the way. The bigger question for the Dragons will be their readiness to play after quarantining for the final 2 weeks of the regular season and not having played a game since October 9th. St. Genevieve head coach Ken White says despite the time away, his team still looks sharp this week at practice.
Yesterday was the best practice we probably had all year. Came out and got after it. We were a little worried because we hadn't hit a bunch, being off and not having everybody, and we got everybody back yesterday, and we kind of set up a scrimmage and just to see how we'd look, and it was real good. They were excited, they were having fun, and just running around, and actually had, we were getting pretty physical with each other, so it was good practice.
The game of lore between these two teams came in the 2018 state tournament when Dexter defeated St. Gen 25-19 in a triple overtime thriller. The Dragons came back with a fire in their bellies to begin the following season as they trounced the Bearcats in Week 1 of 2019 by a final score of 49-7. White says he expects the Bearcats to be a much improved team from the one they beat handily last year.
Kind of what we saw last year at the beginning of the year. They're just a year older. They were very young when we played them Week 1 last year. I mean, I'm talking 9th and 10th grade on the line, and those guys have gotten older. They're still big. They're pretty physical. They're bigger than us, so we're going to have to be a little smarter and be a little quicker, I think. But again, I think we're kind of evenly matched. If you look at our records, we're not too far off. They lost some games, but they were in them, and they lost some games to some good teams. So, we'll have our hands full, and hopefully we're ready for them.
It's the Class 3 District 1 quarterfinals. Dexter at St. Gen with kickoff coming up at 7 on 98.5 FM, J98. Farmington was hoping to be sitting this week out, not in quarantine, but by earning a bye as the second seed in Class 5 District 1. Instead, the Knights fell to the 3 seed after losing to Central with 3.8 seconds left in the regular season finale. Eric Krupe says there is no time to sulk as they welcome Oakville to town.
You don't have a choice because if you don't, your season's over. We're in that what you consider a second season now, and in every week you're playing for your life, because if you don't win, you're done. And we'd like to continue to play a little bit longer. And so obviously winning our first round playoff game needs to occur for us to be able to continue to play football.
Oakville didn't start its season until Week 7 and has lost all 3 of its games. Krupe says there was a little bit of the unknown against the Tigers.
Obviously, the amount of games they've played hasn't correlated with the amount of time they've had to be able to practice. And so, I'm sure they got some things that in their hip pocket that they'll probably pull out on Friday night, both offensively and defensively. And you never know if you're going to see a trick or a fake or something along those lines on special teams. And we just got to be ready for everything.
Oakville coach Mike Ginge says his team has fought its way through a very challenging season.
We were able to practice. Early on, it was very limited. We had groups, and you couldn't mix your groups, and you couldn't do full contact, and, there was a lot of stuff like actually we did football camp, and we couldn't even use a ball. And so that was interesting. As we've gone on, different restrictions have allowed us to do more. Early on, when we didn't have a beginning in sight or an end in sight, we were practicing 3 days a week because we weren't sure if we were going to end up having to go to the spring. So we were trying to just see where we were at, and keep the kids focused.
Usually at this time of the year, teams are fine-tuning or adding a few wrinkles, but Ginge says his guys are still trying to solidify what they do best.
Our big challenge is going to be we are still trying to get I don't want to say basics down, but, just do what we do and get better at what we do. We feel like if we had the early part of the season, we could have potentially found some success. We came into our season right in the heat of things, trying to get things rolling and figure some things out.
If Farmington wins, they will advance to the district semis next week at Seckman. It's Oakville at Farmington with kickoff coming up at 7 on AM 800 KREI. A pair of crosstown rivals meet to kick off the high school football playoffs when the St. Pius Lancers visit the Jefferson Blue Jays tonight on Jefferson County Friday Night Football on KJEF. St. Pius is the 6th seed in Class 2 District 1 after dropping 5 of their last 6 games to fall to 3-6. But Lancers head coach Dan Oliver knows the postseason is a chance for a fresh start and maybe some history.
Nobody in this school has ever played 13 games. And if we can get on a roll, if we can somehow win our district, and then that next game is 13. And, we would be the first team here to play for 13 games. Last year we tied the school record for 8 wins in a season. We would like to have been able to try to, shoot that record down too.
The Lancers have gotten a big season from junior running back Nate Rubel, who has piled up over 1,000 yards from scrimmage and scored 11 touchdowns. Rubel also leads Pius in tackles on defense, and Oliver says he's one of those players who just needs a shot to win a big game.
I think we have some really fine players and that are really coming around. And when we get in that situation, we do our jobs, and good things are going to happen.
After a COVID-19 pause in the season and a loss to Valley Catholic, third-seeded Jefferson has won 3 straight and is 5-2. But Blue Jays head coach Alex Rugley says he still believes his team needs to get into full physical shape.
We got to focus on ourselves, focus on our bodies. We had some cramping going on tonight and things like that, and luckily there's nothing serious. They're all going to be ready to go for next week. But yeah, we've got to take care of our bodies this time of the year so we can hopefully make a run here.
Seniors Colby Ott and Will and Dylan Schnitzler have each racked up over 500 yards from scrimmage and combined to score 29 touchdowns, a big reason why the Jays are averaging almost 37 points per game this year. But Rugley believes his team faces a tough test in St. Pius.
We got the utmost respect for the schedule that they played this year and got the utmost respect for the St. Pius Lancers, and it's going to be a big one again here, I think, week 10.
The two teams did not get to meet in the regular season like normal because of COVID-19 issues, so the all-time series remains tied at 5 wins apiece. St. Pius won both meetings last year, including a 29-16 victory in the first round of the district playoffs. Jefferson hopes for redemption and a trip to the District 1 semifinals against either Kelly or Charleston. It's the Lancers and the Blue Jays in Jefferson County Friday Night Football with kickoff coming up at 7 on AM 1400 KJEF. In our final game of the night on regional radio, Potosi and Salem face off in the first round of the Class 3 District 2 tournament. Potosi finished the regular season at 5-4 and lost their final game of the regular season to DeSoto last week. Head coach Dylan Wyrick had to stay home for last week's game because of contact tracing and quarantining and says it was a tough position to be in. Wyrick coached the Salem Tigers last season to a 7-4 record, and he says he knows a lot about this team, the coaches, and the players.
This week there's a little added pressure. Obviously it's win or go home, so that's a big deal. And then, also preparing for a team that I know very well, and going up against the coaching staff that I know very well. It's bittersweet in a sense.
Wyrick and the third-seeded Trojans relied heavily on their defense to win games early on in the season, but the offense was beginning to come alive recently. The run-heavy offense needs to execute at a high level to get the win tonight, and Wyrick says this game comes down to who stays focused for 4 quarters.
It's just going to come down to who executes again. Like offensively, defensively, we run a very, very similar stuff, very, very similar technique. Everything's taught the same, everything's mastered the same, and they actually have a couple different fronts that they do like to run, but I just don't see them running it against us. I'm pretty sure they'll probably come out and run their base stuff, and we're going to come out and run our base stuff on defense, keep it simple and keep it physical and aggressive and with high energy. Whoever wins in those categories is going to win a football game.
On the other side of the field, Coach Lane Howard and the 6th-seed Tigers finished the regular season at 5-4, beating Kabul last week. Their last 4 games have been decided by an average of 6.75 points. Howard says that shows his guys never give up and fight for 48 minutes. These two teams run similar schemes, and like Wyrick, Howard knows the team who takes care of their assignments will likely come out on top.
And that's what we've been working with our guys for in the last 6 weeks is executing every play and winning every down. Being in the right spot, doing the right job, and just finishing. These guys just have to be competitors. We've got a lot of those on the team, guys who grind it out to the end.
Howard recognizes the fact that Wyrick knows the Tigers players well, but he believes his guys are pulling some extra motivation competing against their former head coach.
I think that getting to see him again and getting to play against him just adds some more excitement to what they've got going on. I think that it does drive them a little bit more than normal, and not only is it a playoff, district game, where you win or go home, but just being able to play against your former coach, a guy that it just adds something to the game for these kids.
It's the Class 3 District 2 quarterfinals, Salem at Potosi, with kickoff coming up at 7 on the MIMO Info Sports Stream, which you can access on our website, MIMOinfo.com, or on our YouTube channel, MIMO Info Sports. Let's get one more check of the games on regional radio tonight on J98 Dexter at St. Jen on 98.5 FM. Over on AM 800 KREI, Farmington will be taking on Oakville at home. St. Pius is at Jefferson on AM 1400 KJEF, and on the MIMO Info Sports Stream, it's Salem at Potosi. Those are the games on regional radio tonight. Coming up next, we're going to have a check of some of the other games in the area in the district quarterfinals on the Flex Equipment pregame show. But before we get there, we got to send it to a break. Keep it tuned in to Regional Radio.
It's time for a keyword in our Fall Boot Loot Cash giveaway. Your chance to win $1,000 each weekday through November 6th by entering a keyword at mymoinfo.com. This keyword is brought to you by the St. Genevieve Welcome Center, Explore Missouri's first settlement. The keyword is trophy. Go to mymoinfo.com and enter it for your chance to win $1,000 from Regional Radio and Alpha Media. Once again, the keyword is trophy. Mario's Italia serves the best Italian food in the area. Pizzas, pastas, calzones, strambolis, salads, and sub-sandwiches. Huge, large portions with the freshest ingredients. My favorite? Man, try any of their world-class pizzas. Get Mario's full menu online at mariositalia.com. You'll be satisfied with all of the choices Mario's has to offer. Dine in, call it in, or have it delivered. Mario's will even cater your next special event. Open 7 days a week, Mario's Italia located in the factory at the corner of 1st and A Street in downtown Farmington.
Back here on Regional Radio in the J98 studios, my name's Jacob Vinson. How's everybody doing out there? We got district quarterfinals on deck tonight, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Week number 10 of the high school football season. We're just about ready to get it underway. Coming up at 7 o'clock, a lot of games around the area. We took a check of some of the games that will be heard on regional radio in just a little bit. Now let's get a check of some of the games elsewhere in the area as well. The 5-2 St. Vincent Indians are coming off a hard-fought loss to Jefferson in the final week of the regular season. They came into last week riding a 5-game winning streak after opening the season with a blowout loss to Valley Catholic. But St. Vincent's second loss of the season is far from discouraging, especially when you consider the opponent and the fact that they only lost by a touchdown. Additionally, the Indians scored 120 points over the 3 previous weeks while only allowing 47, so they'll be just fine, and they will have the opportunity to prove that tonight against a 1-6 Chaffee Red Devils team that has flat-out struggled in 2020. A Week 1 46-8 beatdown of Crystal City was followed by 6 straight losses, and in those losses, the Red Devils averaged just a shade over 12 points per game offensively and gave up 47 points per game defensively. St. Vincent head coach Tim Schumer says regardless of the opponent, his team needs to focus on playing their best football with their season on the line.
We just got to know it's win or go home time now, so we've got to have that mentality of we'll fix it next week, we have this week to fix it, and if we don't, we may be playing basketball. So we just need to go with that mindset week by week and see where we can head to.
The Crystal City Hornets earned their second win of the season this past Friday, a first for the program since 2016, as they were able to hold off the Portageville Bulldogs by a final score of 34-32. The consolation prize for Crystal City is that they now get to play the number 3 ranked team in Class 1 in the Thayer Bobcats, who come in at 7-1 and would have been undefeated in the regular season if not for a 2-point loss 30-28 to the number 2 ranked Hayti Indians in Week 1. 7 straight wins for Thayer, 3 shutouts for their defense over that span, and a season average of opponents only scoring 8.6 points per game against the Bobcats defense will make up for a big challenge for the Hornets tonight. Crystal City head coach Dan Fox says he knows it will be an uphill battle.
I don't believe there's ever been an 8 seed to defeat a 1 since they went to this playoff style, but we're gonna keep focusing on ourselves and getting better at what we do. Doesn't matter what the outcome is. We're gonna learn from good things we did and bad things, and hopefully maybe one day we can be a team similar to a Thayer or a St. Vincent where we're competing at the top end of the district.
The Grandview Eagles have 5 wins for the first time in over 20 years after they toppled Chaffee 37-20 this past Friday. Can the Eagles get to 6 wins? That will be the question that gets answered tonight as they take on a 5-4 Cuba Wildcats team that has been playing great football down the stretch. Cuba won their final 2 games of the regular season in impressive fashion, outscoring their opponents 96-40. Grandview and Cuba have met the past 2 seasons, with the Wildcats winning both matchups. It was a lopsided win in 2018, 58-18, but Grandview kept it close in 2019. They just failed to muster any offense as they lost 14-0. Looking at these 2 teams' common opponents in 2020, both have played the Jefferson Blue Jays. Cuba beat Jefferson in Week 2 by a final of 37-21. Grandview lost to Jefferson in Week 7 by a final of 42-0. Grandview head coach Dave Dallas says the focus has been on his team getting healthy and getting a playoff win.
We just got to get back healthy again.
get back to work on Monday and go back to work and see what we got, and then just prepare for them and move forward and just keep growing and getting better, and then see if we can't get another milestone this year in a victory, a district victory.
Now, let's call a spade a spade. Class 3 District 1 is stacked. 3 top 10 ranked teams in Class 3 can be found in this district, and unfortunately for the 1-6 Fredericktown Black Cats, they drew the 7th-ranked St. Mary's Dragons for the first round. These two teams met in back-to-back seasons in 2016 and 2017, with St. Mary's winning both matchups, 70-42 in 2016, 56-3 in 2017. While St. Mary's is only 2-1 on the year and just began their season on October 9th, this is a Dragons team that went 10-3 a season ago and captured the Class 4 District 2 title before knocking off the Farmington Knights in the Class 4 quarterfinals. Despite making it to the Final Four, St. Mary's lost to the eventual runner-up in Platte County, 15-14. Now in Class 3, St. Mary's has their eyes set on another deep playoff run, and a Fredericktown team who has lost 5 straight while averaging just 11.4 points per game offensively is giving up 36.8 points per game defensively. Simply put, the Black Cats need to play their best game of the season tonight to keep up. The North County Raiders have had a long time to think about round 1 of the playoffs, as their last game came back on October 9th when they beat the Windsor Owls 56-20. Following that game, the Raiders were forced into quarantine for the final 2 weeks of the regular season, making tonight their first live action under the lights in 21 days. But before the layoff, the Raiders were on the cusp of one of their best seasons in recent history, with 4 wins that featured scoring outputs of 41, 62, 54, and 56, and a near victory against the state-ranked and then undefeated Festus Tigers team in Week 6. They now have a shot to get back on track against the 2-7 Sykeston Bulldogs team that hasn't won a game since September 4th. The Bulldogs started 2-0 but have lost 7 straight, and they haven't been all that close as they allowed 44 points per game over that span while only scoring 15 points per game. Give the Bulldogs credit, though, because they have played a brutal schedule that featured the likes of Jackson, Kennett, and Farmington. Regardless, if the Raiders' offense can get back up to speed quickly, they'll be in good shape. Windsor, who is 2-6, hosts Pacific 1-5 in the Class 4 District quarterfinals, Class 4 District 2 quarterfinals, even after losing their last 4 games in a row. The Owls have had 2 heartbreaking losses in the final 2 weeks of the regular season, as they fell to Sweet Springs by 1 point and Lutheran South by 1 point as well, with both of those teams scoring late in the game to win. Owls head coach Alex DeMatteis says even with the 4 straight losses and 2 one-point losses, their district is for the taking.
I think for us it's just, to continue to focus on us and focus on how we can get over that hump. 2 one-point losses in a row. We need to kind of check ourselves and see if we can get on the other side of that. And I think we can. And I think, there's a good possibility. The district is, pretty wide open, I would say. So I think anything can happen.
7-1 Fox snagged the 1 seed in the Class 6 District 1 tournament as they will host the Vianney Golden Griffins, who are 0-4, who come into the game with a total of 13 points scored in those 4 games. Fox head coach Brent Tinker says even with the Golden Griffins not being as strong as they usually are, they can't overlook them.
I know Vianney hasn't been what they used to be, but they're still a capable team. We need to take care of business and go handle them. And then obviously everybody can look at the internet and see, our big competition down the road is going to be from any number of people. You got Lafayette, Lindbergh, Kirkwood, and Eureka played tonight. I mean, there's plenty of people in there that can beat us, but we believe if we get things going, we can play with or beat everybody out there.
Northwest is 6-3 and is also in the Class 6 District 1 tournament. They're the 5 seed and will visit Lafayette Wildwood, who is 3-1 tonight. The Lions have put up 126 points over the last 3 games, all 3 of those being wins. Lafayette has also won their last 3 games after getting a late start to the season, and they have piled on 117 points in those 3, so it will be a battle of 2 potent offenses tonight in Wildwood. Also in Class 4 District 1, 2 forfeits, as number 4 Cape Central had to forfeit their game against DeSoto, so DeSoto moves on to the semifinals. They will take on Festus, who got a bye, next week. Also in Class 4 District 1, number 7 Perryville had to forfeit because of COVID. Hillsboro will now move on to the semifinals, and they will play the winner of North County and Sykeston. Now there is one Saturday game as well. It has been a tumultuous season for the Herculaneum Black Cats, sitting at 1-6 with their lone win coming in Week 7 against against Crystal City. They now head out on the road to take on a St. Louis Priori team that won 15 games over the past 2 seasons and come in at 2-1 in 2020. Even only having played 3 games, Priori has impressed. A loss to St. Louis powerhouse John Burroughs opened the season on October 10th. Priori then followed that up with back-to-back wins against Principia and Clayton, in which they outscored those two by a combined total of 86-6. You can catch Herculaneum at Priori tomorrow afternoon with kickoff at 1 o'clock. And there are 4 teams on byes tonight: Valley Catholic, Central, Festus, and Seckman, as they all have the top seeds in their respective districts. Well, that's a check of some of the games from around the area tonight. We've taken a check of the games on regional radio as well. All that's left is let's see what the broadcasters had to say about their games, but that'll be coming up right after this break on regional radio. Add the taste of fresh produce to your table with a stop at Richard's Produce in Festus. Missouri-grown fruits and vegetables bursting with flavor, from apples, strawberries, and blackberries to seasonal vegetables to complete your next meal. Decorate your home with pumpkins, corn stalks, gourds, and straw to give it the feel of the season. For farm fresh produce any time of the year, stop by Richard's Produce just off Veterans Highway on North Creek Drive. Just look for the Red Barn. Richard's Produce. Great people, great prices, and a great place to shop. Join them on Facebook for more information.
Fall is here and winter is on its way. This is Andy from Gifford Lumber Company in Farmington. We're always ready to help you get what you need no matter what the season. Plumbing, electrical hardware, lumber, tools, and so much, much more. Stop by and see us and check out the Makita, Yeti, Benjamin Moore, Traeger grill inventory. We're Gifford Lumber Company, and we're hometown proud, located on Potosi Street in Farmington.
Gifford Lumber Company in Farmington. Hometown proud.
Coldwell Banker Holsey Real Estate has been the trusted real estate advisor for over 60 years in the Mineral area. Hi, I'm Kim Hudson, owner of Coldwell Banker Holsey Real Estate. No one has helped more people buy or sell real estate in our community than the agents at Coldwell Banker Holsey Real Estate. We are proud of the community in which we live and serve. Contact us today for all your real estate needs. Find us on Facebook or online at coldwellbankerholsey.com. Coldwell Banker Holsey, we would love to be your realtor.
Welcome back here on the Flags Equipment pregame show, as I'm joined by Brandon Pavlina. Now he's going to have the call of number 5 Dexter at number 4 St. Genevieve, and this one going to be a fun one. These two teams very similar on the season. Brandon, what do you know about them?
Yeah, as you said, both teams have had very similar storylines to their season. St. Genevieve started out 0-3. They then went 3-1 the rest of the way to finish off at 3-4 on the season, but a slow start for them, a strong finish. Same story on the other side for Dexter. They started the season 0-4. They finished the season 3-1 to get to 3-5. So both teams with slow starts. Perhaps the biggest difference there is the quality of opponent, because St. Genevieve, their 3 losses out of the gate came to Festus, Valley Catholic, and Kennett. Those are 3 of the best teams in the state, flat out. So for Dexter, their losses to start off the season, they were competitive against Scott City, Sykeston, New Madrid Central, and East Prairie, but that's not quite the same category that you're going to lump Festus, Valley, and Kennett into. So really, it's just a matter of how these teams are playing down the stretch. Both are playing really good football here as of late. Of course, the big story being that St. Gen hasn't played in a while.
Yeah, St. Gen not playing since October 9th when they took down Perryville, so haven't played in 2 weeks. Well, 2 football weeks, haven't played in 3 calendar weeks, but you said Coach White thinks his team is still looking pretty good in practice.
Yeah, that's the thing, is they were playing so well when they were winning those football games at the midway point of the season. 42 points against Potosi, 59 against St. Pius, and then 41 in a shutout against Perryville, and also sandwiched in there is a 5-point loss to the Central Rebels. So they were playing really good football. Then, of course, they had to quarantine for, as you said, the final 2 weeks of the regular season. It ends up being 3 calendar weeks that they have not played a game under the Friday night lights. 21 days since the St. Genevieve Dragons were last out on the gridiron playing on a Friday night. But, yeah, you mentioned it. When I talked to Coach White this week, and I asked him flat out, and I'll talk to him again here today in the pregame show about it, he said that when they had a chance to get everybody back out on the field, they had still been practicing a little bit here and there. It was just a matter of kind of filtering in who was available and who wasn't. Here this week leading up to this game, he felt like that they had one of their best practices, maybe their best practice of the year on Wednesday, which is really your lead-up day, your final day of practice. He said they got into good scrimmage. They were physical. He said that the guys were flying around and having a lot of fun. So the time away is certainly going to play a factor in this one. It may play it in conditioning. It may, just be a slow start for St. John if they've got to shake some rust off. Really, the front and the back end of the game are going to be the things to pay attention to with St. John having time away. But from talking to Coach White, it sounds as if that he thinks that his team's going to be able to just kind of turn the switch on and be ready to go here tonight.
Well, the other part of that, too, is with those 2 weeks off, 3 weeks off, it gives a lot of the players time to get some rest. Maybe they were injured up a little bit. And then also for the players that were out, that brings up some players that might have been behind them in the depth chart, give them some chances. And now you have more people that might be ready to go in a district game. And it could be an interesting way to see them play against them. But now for Dexter on the offensive side of the ball, they have some really good skill players that the Dragons defense is going to have to worry about tonight.
Yeah, there's a couple of guys I have my eyes on. Obviously, this was a last-minute pickup for us here because we were planning on doing Hillsborough taking on Perryville. Perryville, their season now done because they have had to quarantine here in the playoffs. So Hillsborough will advance, of course, but this put us on this game pretty quickly. And so in just my preliminary research about this team, some good skill players on the offensive side. Now, they're only averaging 22.4 points per game, so they haven't quite had the offensive production over the course of the season. However, down the stretch, they really played well. They beat Donovan 26-7. Of course, they got beat pretty good against Kennett, 50-13. But then their final 2 weeks of the regular season for Dexter, they put up 35 against Perryville and 34 against Malden. So they've been scoring, and I'm really interested to see the receiving core that they can put out there because they've got a guy in Ryan Collier who's got 25 catches on the year for 500 yards. He's averaging 20 yards every time he touches it when he's catching it, from out wide. He's also got 10 touchdowns on the year. So he's a potent player for him. Not only that, he also lines up and plays on the defensive line for them. So that's got to be a big young man. I'm interested to get out there and check out him and see the physique of that young man because if he's a physical, daunting guy like I expect him to be, that could be a problem on the outside for this St. John defense. But you go to the other side, too. Peyton Driscoll, another guy, 18 catches, 340 yards, 3 touchdowns. You're seeing a lot of productivity out of those two receivers. They've got a couple of young sophomore tailbacks in Caden Kennedy and Logan Josephate, but those two will be featured plenty. It's going to really all come down to how the quarterback all day plays because he's a really good football player as well. I'm just excited to see what this Dexter offense looks like because it seems like they've got some fun pieces around. St. John's defense, of course, has played well at times here this year. Their final performance of the season before now was a 41-0 shutout of Perryville on the defensive side. So we'll see how they play coming out here tonight. It's really just going to be a matter of rust or rest for St. John and how they play early on in this ball game and late as well.
It's too bad we don't have height and weights for Dexter just because if Ryan Collier, he's got 25 catches, 10 touchdowns, and he's also playing D-line, he's probably going to be a specimen out there. Going to be a fun one on J98 tonight. Number 5, Dexter at number 4, St. Genevieve. That's Brendan Pavlina. He will be with Michael Goldsmith tonight. We'll be back in a moment on the Fleegs Equipment pregame show. Welcome back here on the Fleegs Equipment pregame show as we continue our coverage. And coming up in just a little bit, we're going to have coverage of number 6 Oakville at number 3 Farmington. That one will be over on KREI. Chad Speaker will have the call for that one. And Chad, Farmington, they lost to Central on a field goal in the final seconds of their final regular season game, and that might have knocked them out of that bye position that they could have had as the number 2 seed.
Yeah, it was going to be between them and Seckman. Seckman actually did get a nice win over another Class 5 team, with Central being a Class 4 team, a great one. But when Farmington loses that one, there's that knocked them for sure down off that number 2 line, which would have given them a bye. But instead, they'll play tonight. They'll host though, and who's to say whether a bye helps you more or playing helps you more? I've talked to different coaches at different times, and it really depends on the team. I think this is a Farmington team built to really not be harmed by playing this week rather than having that bye.
Now, they're taking on an Oakville team, and Oakville got a late start to the season. They've only played 3 games, and they've lost in all 3 of those games, and they fell to Northwest a week ago in their final regular season matchup. And it's got to be tough going up against a team that you really don't know much about. The sample size is very small.
Yeah, and that's kind of the thing, is that there's a little bit of unknown with this Oakville Tigers team. And speaking about a bye, they got 6 weeks of a bye. They didn't want that at all, and then they've played the last 3 and 0-3. They're really happy just to be playing football. It's been tough for them. They had actually 8 weeks of practice before they ever even played a game, and it was really uncertain whether they were going to or not. So they're happy to be playing. Are they satisfied to be playing? No, they say they want to come here and win. It's going to be a tough one, though, against Farmington. Their last loss against Northwest Cedar Hill, 42-7. Knights are a pretty well-polished team. So for Oakville, it's going to be a tall task for them tonight.
Now, both of you and I know that Farmington like to keep the ball on the ground. They make the game very, very slow. Well, the games are quick, but the score is score is very low. They have not scored very many points in their last few games. 14, 10, and 14 in their last 3. Offensively, a lot of yards, but haven't really been able to get it into the end zone.
Well, they've gone up and down the field. They've rushed the ball still effectively, but they have had a little bit of trouble finishing here lately. They're averaging 22 points per game, but in the last 3, it's been lower than that. I think one of the reasons for Farmington is they've got a minus, is it 8 or 9? Let me look real quick. They've got a minus 8 turnover ratio on the year, and that doesn't help finish drives either. So for Farmington, I think tonight they don't have to play their best game certainly to win, but really to start to make some noise in this postseason and start to advance. I think they're going to have to turn that turnover margin around.
Now, there is a chance for a couple of the Farmington Knights players, especially in the ground game, to have 2 1,000-yard rushers after this game. Obviously, their quarterback, Caden Files, he's got about 800 yards right now. If he has a really good game, he could reach that 1,000-yard mark. And then Bodkin, he's got over 1,200 yards already, getting closer to 1,300. So could have a couple of players with over 1,000 rushing yards for this Knights team.
Yeah, and as you come to the end of the regular season and start the playoffs, it may be time to look at a few of those milestones. And for Bodkin, back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons for him, 1,350 a year ago, and he's right on pace again. He has 1,230, and the guy averages almost 140 on the year. So you would think that he'll be able to equal what he did last year. And for Caden Files, I think a great chance at a 1,000-yard season. He comes in with 821 to this game, and he put up 189 on the ground against St. Dominic earlier this year. So he's a guy capable of putting up almost a 2-bill game if he gets hot. And for Farmington, they're hoping for this game and hopefully more for the season to come. So I always think when you get 2,000-yard rushers, it's kind of a glossy stat.
Well, talking to Coach Krupe this week, I know you mentioned the turnover margin. They're minus 8 coming into this game and haven't really scored a ton of points in their last 3 games. What has he kind of said, kind of getting ready for this Oakville team, that they might need to do a little bit better against the Tigers tonight?
Well, yeah, and he says on offense, they just continue to practice on execution. And he said also, he has really, it's not necessarily always the offense giving up the ball. It's the disparity. It's the fact that they haven't forced many turnovers. So it's not like they turn the ball over an egregious amount, but they don't force a lot as well, so it's that disparity. And so he says they've been working a lot, at trying to rip the ball on the defensive side. And, of course, if you're on the offensive side, that means that you're practicing ball security as well. So it is definitely something that they've practiced on. Hopefully we'll see that show up in the game.
Now, finally, what can we expect to see from Oakville tonight, whether it be offensively or defensively from these Tigers?
That's a good question. Oakville, they just really haven't established a lot yet. Rushing for just over 100 yards per game, passing for they're only averaging 9.3 points per game. So for Oakville, and that was really one of the questions that I asked Mike Genge is what have you established? He said, we're really kind of in that process, I mean, they're 3 games in. This is the point in the year where people are adding trick plays and putting a little polish on. And for the Tigers, they're just really in the part of their season where they're trying to ramp up to what would be mid-season level.
Well, you got a polished Knights team taking on a Tigers team that's still trying to get to that final week of the regular season, but we are here in the district quarterfinals. Chad Speaker, we appreciate the time.
All right, thank you.
Number 6 Oakville taking on number 3 Farmington in just a little bit. That one will be on AM 800 KREI. We'll be back in a moment on the Flags Equipment pregame show.
Welcome back here on the Fleegs Equipment pregame show as we lead up to the first week of the playoffs. It's the district quarterfinals tonight on regional radio, and we'll have coverage of St. Pius at Jefferson, and Nathan Gertz will be on the call on AM 1400 KJEF. St. Pius comes into this game 3-6 on the campaign, Jefferson 5-2. These two teams, of course, familiar foes. They faced a whole bunch in all the sports. This year in football, different though, because Jefferson had to quarantine the week they were supposed to play. So now they of course, work it all out and they get a matchup in the playoffs, Nathan. So first and foremost, what does this matchup mean for these two schools? Two schools close to one another, two schools who are very competitive with one another.
Oh, I think it means a ton. This is a fierce rivalry, and on the football field, it's become so fierce that the funny part is because they didn't play at the regular season, they're dead even at 5 wins apiece. So this is going to decide bragging rights going forward on top of moving on in the playoffs. It's kind of funny. Jefferson had managed to find a way to get into this rivalry after a slow start. They had won 4 in a row, but then last year, St. Pius won both meetings to even the all-time series up, and that included a first-round playoff defeat. I talked to some Jefferson Blue Jays back in the summer. They kept bringing up Pius. They wanted them bad, and they had to wait even longer now to do it. Now you get to do it with a chance. Your season on the line, your last game on your home field, potentially. The atmosphere is going to be awesome.
Yeah, this should be a really fun one, and excited for this one on AM 1400 KJF St. Pius at Jefferson. Let's talk about those Blue Jays because, as you mentioned, they look good early, a couple of bumps along the road, and then, of course, the quarantine. Now down the stretch, playing some really good football. 3 straight wins. They put up 42 against Grandview, 50 against Chaffee. They win a close one against St. Vincent last week. So 3 straight wins down the stretch for the Blue Jays and looking like the team that we thought they would be all year long with all that talent coming back on the offensive side.
Yeah, and that's sort of the thing is that the last couple of years they'd been a pretty good defensive team, the chance to be great. It was a question of would they take steps forward on offense. They've done it this year. The biggest reason for that is a trio of seniors. Colby Ott's a guy who's a 2-time All-State defensive back. He's having his best offensive season of his career this year, somewhere over 600 yards from scrimmage, and he scored close to 10 touchdowns on the year. In the backfield, Dylan and Will Schnitzler have had really great years. Dylan especially has been the primary ball carrier down the stretch. He's up to 11 rushing TDs this year. Those are really, really good weapons to put around a quarterback in Drew Brees, who's a junior, but this is also his first full year as a starter. It's helped him succeed in a big way, and all you have to do, like you said, is rattle off those last 3 wins, 127 points. They're rolling on the side of the ball they needed to get better on right at the right moment.
Well, St. Pius on the other side, I mean, you talk about bumps and bruises and speed bumps along the way. They were able to get 9 games in, but boy, did they have to fill some gaps and fill it with some really tough opponents. We talked about them having to cancel their game against Jefferson. Before we started this, you mentioned they picked up Kennett that week, and they got thumped by Kennett, who is perhaps one of the better teams in Class 3 this year. Down the stretch, too, didn't get a whole lot easier. St. Gen, tough game. St. Vincent, they lost by a touchdown. Over the last 2 weeks, they played Thayer and Valley Catholic. I mean, you talk about a tough stretch for St. Pius. They're going to be hungry for a win. They're going to be hungry for this game tonight, but they have certainly had a long road to get to this point.
Yeah, Dan Oliver has brought it up a bunch, and Alex Rugley even mentioned it when he talked with Jacob Vincent after the win over St. Vincent last week. He immediately brought up that schedule is just lethal. They have played some really, really good teams. I would argue they could have easily won twice down the stretch. The St. Vincent game, they were up 14-0,
yeah.
And I think it was just a matter of the body blows that came from all the great opposition they've played that knocked them down there as they went into that one, and that's why they ended up losing that one as well. Like you said, though, I saw a lot of hunger and fight even in the loss to Valley Catholic last week at home. They were flying around, and now you get your crosstown rival and a chance to end their season on their home field. Yeah, they are going to be extra fired up.
Well, and perhaps the biggest thing for both sides, because we know what Jefferson is capable of doing on the offensive side with the skill players they have. For St. Pius, their offense really runs through Nate Rubel. We talked to a couple of Blue Jays this week on our roundtable. They've made it pretty clear. The game plan is to slow him down, so how do they go about doing that?
I think first and foremost, you got to be a man's man when you tackle. Nate Rubel is extremely well built as a junior. He's up around 170, 180 pounds. He's run for over 600 yards and 8 touchdowns this season, averaging, I think, about 5 yards a carry. So he's a tough dude to bring down. The other thing you do then is have to realize that the guy you even saw last year when you played him, he's a little different as an athlete because he's become a really good receiver this year. He has a team best 400 yards as a receiver and 3 touchdowns. So when he steps out wide or when he comes out of the backfield on wheel routes or whatever, you got to be ready to cover him like he's a top flight wide receiver. He's definitely the guy that they're zeroed in on. The numbers, the basic numbers just tell you to do that. I'm curious to see who goes out and has a great game for St. Pius elsewhere. I want to see if Michael Bollinger, if Chase Marnin, they can make some plays as runners and receivers around the junior QB Colin Smith. If that happens, St. Pius will be able to move the ball and keep up.
Going to be a fun one. Rivalry matchup on AM 1400 KJF tonight. St. Pius at Jefferson. Nathan will be on the call. Thanks, Nathan.
Happy Halloween, Brandon.
Welcome back here on the Fleets Equipment pregame show, joined now by Stephen Kabler, who have the call of number 6 Salem at number 3 Potosi tonight on the MyMo Info Sports Stream. And Stephen, going to be a fun one tonight. 2 very similar teams coming into this one. I mean, these 2 teams can't get more similar. Head coach Wyrick, who's with Potosi right now, was the coach of Salem last year. So offensively, defensively, they're going to be pretty similar. They both had 5-4 records at the end of the season. Obviously, Potosi coming off of a loss to DeSoto, who got their first win against Potosi. So this game tonight should be a pretty close one.
Yeah, it should be, and you mentioned it a little bit there. Very similar styles. They like to ground and pound it. They use their quarterback in the run game a lot, but they do rely heavily on some backs. On the Salem side, they mainly rely on Caden Camden. He's got over 1,100 yards rushing so far on the season. But they do like to get Garrett Connell involved, the quarterback there. On the Potosi side, it's mainly Andrew. It's actually I should say a lot of committee running. You've got Andrew Coleman at the quarterback position. He gets involved. Wade Merciel gets involved at the fullback position. You've got Blake Henson, who does a lot of the running back carries, but you also have Zane West, who's really fast that can come in there. Braden Iskriggs is a really big back in there. So the one difference I see between these two teams, and it's really very small, is that Potosi likes to rely on committee to run the football. No one really has a standout amount of yards. You got some guys, 600, 500 yards on the season, but for Salem, it's really on the back of Caden Camden, who's got over 1,100 yards and really totes the rock for them a lot. We talked about a little bit. Wyrick did coach at Salem last year. He knows a lot about those guys, how they play. But when talking to Coach Howard, who is now the interim head coach for Salem this year, he was talking about how it's kind of energetic. It's for the guys on the Salem side to go out there and just for bragging rights, just to kind of go take on your former coach. Again, talking to both coaches, and there was no hard feelings or anything, no love lost or whatever between the two because of the departure of Wyrick. So they still care about each other a lot, but for those Salem guys, a little extra motivation to go out there and beat their former coach.
Well, that's when I thought it'd be an interesting dynamic because of that. Why we're coaching them last year and having a pretty good season, having one of the better seasons in Salem's history that I know of, and now coming over to Potosi, his alma mater where he played high school. So obviously he's taking the job that he wanted to take as soon as he graduated high school. So obviously there shouldn't be any hard feelings there. But like you said, for the players, it's going to be a pretty fun game. For the coaches, though, I think that's an interesting dynamic too, because Coach Wyrick knows most of the players on Salem's team. Obviously, he knows all the players on his team, so you got to think Potosi might just have that slim advantage, even though these two teams are pretty similar.
Yeah, you think maybe so, but again, different year, different coaching staff. I mean, I know that Salem coaching staff still has a couple, a few guys that are still on that squad, and one thing you have to look at is Coach Howard on the Salem side. He is also a graduate of Salem, so both guys coaching their alma mater in a playoff game here for the Class 3 District 2 quarterfinals. Just cool storylines for people like you and me, for the journalist side of it. But for those kids out there going, it's really just going to come down to who executes the game plan. The game plan for both sides is the exact same thing. On the defensive side of the ball, it's just stand up and attack the line of scrimmage. Don't let them run on you. And on the offensive side of the ball, it's can the guys in the trenches get a push and get some creases for the guys to run.
Well, it sounds like it might be a little bit more simpler for the Potosi defense just because they only have to focus on that one guy, that one running back for Salem, like you mentioned, whereas the Salem defense, they got to focus on a few different guys because they don't have a lone running back that has the majority of the carries.
Yeah, and I think the one wrinkle you might find with the Potosi offense is they like to line up in that power I back where they have the quarterback under center, Andrew Coleman, and then they have three backs lined up behind him. And I mean, Chad calls it the capital I think is what he calls it. And in that, they do a lot of play action to the first and the second back before they'll give it on a stretch play to Blake Henson, And as far as the Salem, I haven't got to see them play at all this year. I have got to see Potosi 3 or 4 times, so I know them very well when calling their games. But for on the Salem side, it seems like they just like to pound the rock to Caden Camden. Very effective running back. So that may play into Potosi a little bit, but there's not really a whole lot of misdirection with the Potosi offense. So I think the Salem defense is going to be the same thing. It's just going to be, keep your eyes on the ball. Don't get lost by play fakes, and it's going to be one in the trenches between these two teams because they rely so heavily on it. Looking at both of these offensive lines, bunch of big boys up there, the hamburgers as we like to call them up front.
Well, who knows? Maybe it is district time. It's tournament time. Maybe these two teams will start pulling out some things out of their back pocket that we haven't seen yet this year. Should be a fun one tonight. That's Stephen Kabler, number 6 Salem, taking on number 3 Potosi tonight. That one on the MyMo Info Sports Stream. We'll be back in a moment on the Fleets Equipment pregame show. We're going to keep it right here, actually. That'll do it for us back here at the J98 studios on the Fleets Equipment pregame show. We'll check back in with you guys on the Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy halftime show. For now, we're going to take a time out, and when we come back, we'll send you out to the field to hear from our broadcasters as they set the stage for kickoff, coming up at 7 here on Regional Radio.
Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy.
Add the taste of fresh produce to your table with a stop at Richard's Produce in Festus. Missouri-grown fruits and vegetables bursting with flavor from apples, strawberries, and blackberries to seasonal vegetables to complete your next meal. Decorate your home with pumpkins, corn stalks, gourds, and straw to give it the feel of the season. For farm fresh produce any time of the year, stop by Richard's Produce just off Veterans Highway on North Creek Drive. Just look for the Red Barn. Richard's Produce. Great people, great prices, and a great place to shop. Join them on Facebook for more information.
All right, welcome in to the Mineral Area College broadcast booth live from Potosi, Missouri. I want to thank Jacob Vinson for getting everything going with the Fleets Equipment pregame show. This is our small version of the Fleets Equipment pregame show here as we get ready for the national anthem. I'll let you guys hear that, and we will be back after a short break here on the MyMo Info Sports Stream.
Cozy Memorial Chapel has been serving Farmington and the surrounding communities since 1864. Their commitment of service to the community is deeply rooted in Missouri history and is the foundation for everything they do today. John Cozine is proud to be the fourth generation to operate Cozine Memorial Chapel and is proud to support Farmington High School. Cozine Memorial Chapel, serving families for generations at 217 West Columbia Street in Farmington.
Mario's Italia serves the best Italian food in the area. Pizza, pastas, calzones, strombolis, salads, and sub sandwiches, all with huge, large portions and the freshest ingredients. You gotta try the Meat Lovers Pizza. That is my favorite. Get Mario's full menu online at mariositalia.com. You'll be satisfied with all the choices Mario's has to offer. Dine in, call it in, or have it delivered. Mario's will even cater your next special event. Open 7 days a week, Mario's Italia, located in the factory at the corner of 1st and A Streets in downtown Farmington.
Hi, it's Anna. At Kohl's Tractor and Equipment, customers fell in love with the special LS 35 horsepower package deal, so we thought we should fall too. Those fall and winter jobs will be effortless with this special package deal. Get the LS 35 horsepower shuttle shift, 4-wheel drive diesel tractor with the front loader, the 5-foot brush hog, and 5-foot box blade, plus the 18-foot deluxe flatbed car hauler trailer for only $21,650. Oh, but wait, you also get the free, that's right, you'll get the free 2700 PSI pressure washer and 2 ratchet tie downs, and of course the best 6-year parts and labor warranty from LS, the major brand maker that you already know and love. So let me recap. Get a head start on fall and winter jobs with this tractor, loader, brush hog, box blade, and flatbed trailer, all for only $21,650, plus the free pressure washer and 2 ratchet tie downs. Financing available on site. Just give us a call at 573-756-4353 and see us on Facebook at Kohl's Tractor and Equipment. Don't just follow the herd, lead the herd with LS Tractors and Kohl's Tractor and Equipment. Highway 32 just outside of Farmington.
I'm sitting here at Pizza 101 South in Bonne Terre with owner Dustin. And Dustin, I got to tell you, I am absolutely impressed with just about everything here.
Thanks, Mark. We're pretty excited about the work we've done here.
I tell you what, the pizza is awesome. The wings are amazing. And don't get me started on all the pastas, the salads, and the other appetizers.
We're pretty proud of our food and our selection that we have here. People can come in, they can dine in, they can carry out, and they can pick up from our window.
Well, you've got me sold. Pizza 101 South in Bonne Terre. It's the place to be for great family food and fun.
Well, we're just about 10 minutes away from kickoff here in Potosi, Missouri. Welcome into the Mineral Area College broadcast booth. I'm Stephen Kabler. This is the Fleets Equipment pregame show. Fleets Equipment in St. Genevieve and Leadington. Well, let's just get you a check of your weather here, brought to you by Presbyterian Manor, the way you want to live in Farmington, or online at presbyterianmanor.org. 52 degrees and clear skies here in Potosi, Missouri. Not much wind, about a 4-mile-per-hour wind out of the southeast, and zero precipitation. That is the key here. It's been rainy all week, but decided to clear up, and now it's looking good. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to hear from both head coaches on either side. This matchup is intriguing. We'll get into some of that after you hear from the head coaches here on the MyMo Info Sports Stream.
Gilster Mary Lee is now looking for owner-operators with their own authority and insurance to pull Gilster trailers round trip from their plants in southeast Missouri to thousands of locations across America. Weekly dependable settlements with a fuel card for significant discounts at the pump. Toll and scale devices are also available if needed. Everything is dry freight on 53-foot vans. Paid downtime and no-touch freight. You will support a private fleet for strictly round-trip lanes. Call Mike Welker at 800-851-5371, extension 3246.
Back here on the Fleets Equipment pregame show, joined now by Lane Howard, head coach of the Salem Tigers. Got them warming up right in front of us, Coach. They seem rowdy. What's the mood on the bus all week in practice? What's it been gearing up for this Potosi team?
There's a certain level of excitement within the team, but at the same time, everybody's very focused. You can see in their eyes they're focused. They want to win this game like none other we've played this year.
So it's playoff time, man. Win or go home. What's been the message to these guys to kind of get those emotions, kind of use them to motivate you, but keep them in check? Don't let them get too wild.
We've used the win or go home thing quite a bit this week. Talking to our seniors about the fact is that if they want to end today, they can end today, but if they want to keep going, it's up to them. So we've put them in the places we want to put them, but at the same time, it's up to them to finish the game.
So both of these teams, very, very similar styles. Both sides of the ball like to run the football and then play good assignment defense. Is it going to come down to just who can get it done up front?
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's going to come down to how well we do in the trenches, but at the same time, who's in the right spot the most times and who finishes the play. And so I think we're in good position. I know they're good. I've watched them on film for a long time, and I think it's going to be a good game that we hash out till the end.
Caden Camden's been kind of the workhorse for you this year. He's got almost 1,100 yards, or he's got almost 1,200 yards. Excuse me. How important is it to get him going early?
Yeah, we like to feed off him. That's what I tell him in pregame is that our game plan is to feed him the ball. We're going to feed him the ball as many times as we want. Then we're going to give it to somebody else and let them take it away for a minute, get some counter action going, and make sure that Caden is our workhorse. And so we want to make sure that he gets the looks we need.
Neither of you guys really throw the ball a whole lot, but how important do you think maybe taking a shot downfield every now and again to kind of catch the other one off guard is going to be in this one?
I think that's going to be a key to tonight, keeping each other off balance and making sure that our secondary guys are in good position to make plays.
Another big important part of this game is going to be time of possession. You guys like to run the ball a lot. I've said it a bunch. How important is time of possession in winning that battle in this one?
Time of possession is kind of important to us. Our first game of the year we ground out for an entire half a quarter, and so what we're looking to do is not just time of possession, but finish those possessions also. So when we get down in the red zone, be able to finish, make sure that we're taking care of the football on offense also.
Lane Howard, head coach of the Salem Tigers. One final question for you here, Coach. We've talked about a couple of keys, but what are some other keys to the game to walk out here with the W?
It's going to come down to execution for me, finishing tackles on defense and taking care of the ball on offense.
Awesome. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Make it a great family night at Applebee's Bar and Grill in Farmington. Hi, my name is Amy Cousins, General Manager of your local store. Maybe start out with a couple of appetizers, boneless wings, onion rings, mozzarella sticks, spinach artichoke dip, chicken quesadilla. There's so much to choose from. Let the kids pick from the kids menu, then for yourself, choose one of our favorites. Steaks, ribs, seafood, pasta, we have it all. Go to Applebee's.com for the full menu and look for our happy hour prices. Doing good in the neighborhood, Applebee's Bar and Grill in Farmington.
Back here on the Fleet Equipment pregame show, joined by Dylan Wyrick, head coach of the Potosi Trojans. Got a big one here today. District tournament for the first time. Coach, how you doing?
I'm doing well, man. I'm excited.
So, first question out of the gate, what's the feel? I know you're excited. How do the guys feel in the locker room and practice this week?
They're ready to go. It's win or go home. So it's district time. It brings out a different feel within the kids and the atmosphere. It's just different. So I think we're ready to keep playing football. So I'm looking forward to it.
Talked about it a lot. These two teams, very, very similar, both sides of the ball, offense and defense. What's the game plan going into that? Does it come down to just who gets it done up front?
I think who comes out with the most energy, enthusiasm, intensity, who holds momentum, who makes the less mistakes is definitely going to come out on top of this one. I mean, Salem's got some really good athletes. Their quarterback, Garrett Connell, number 15, is a very, very good athlete. He can throw it, he can run it. The running back, number 5, Caden Kaufman, is a stud. He's really hard to find sometimes. He's real low to the ground, and he has really good field vision. They got some receivers that have a lot of speed. And defensively, they're very sound and very, very assignment-oriented. So we're going to have to be ready to rock.
Like you said just a second ago, win or go home playoff time. What's been the message to these guys all week about having that win or go home mentality?
This week's pretty special for me, because it's just we're playing a team, the school that I came from last year. These kids over here on the side of the football, they're my boys too. But I think it's just letting our boys know that, hey, the best decision I ever made in my life, apart from my faith and marrying my wife, was coming back to Potosi to coach you guys. And I'm excited to get a win on Friday and keep moving forward. And And again, it's district time, so they're pumped up as it is.
So I do have to ask, man, what's it been like getting to see some of these guys from last year, seeing them grow and play on the other side of the ball?
Scary. It's scary, because they're good. They're good. And I know all of them very well, and they're good kids. They're good athletes, and they're well coached. So, we're gonna have to be ready to go. There's a lot of emotions that I feel right now, but again, I'm just excited that we're still getting to play football, and and that we're get to play them at home.
So both of these teams like to run the ball a whole lot. How important is time of possession going to be in this one?
I think that's crucial in any game, but especially this one. We both run it quite a bit. So again, whoever makes the least mistakes and whoever comes out ready to go and whoever finishes drives, that's who's going to come out with this one.
Dylan Wyrick, head coach of the Potosi Trojans. District play tonight. One final question for you, Coach. It's the one I always end with. A couple keys to getting the W tonight.
Again, less mistakes, more energy, more enthusiasm, and more focus, and playing assignment football. That's what it boils down to.
Awesome. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
That was the voice of Dylan Wyrick, head coach of the Potosi Trojans. We've got the captains out on the field right now for the coin toss, of course, brought to you by New Era Bank. It's easy to save your coins and change with New Era Bank's Roundup Savings. See how easy it is. Visit your local New Era Bank or online at newerabank.com. New Era Bank, member FDIC. Your captain for the Potosi Trojans, number 65, Tucker Juliet, and your captain for the Salem Tigers, number 6, Dawson Mock. They're in the middle discussing the coin flip, and like we heard from both of these head coaches so far, going to be a lot of running the football tonight, but when you can keep everybody off balance, maybe throw the football a little bit, you may see it. So the coin toss is finished. It looks as though Salem wins the toss, and they will receive the ball. And they will move from left to right across your tablet, phone, computer screen, whatever it may be, as Potosi will move from right to left. Let's get you a check of the gear for tonight, the unis we got rocking and rolling for the squads. It's going to be the home purple attire for the Potosi Trojans. Purple uniforms with white numerals outlined in gold. They've got the gold and white stripe on the shoulders, named emblazoned in white on the back nameplate. Purple pants with white stripe down the side, and then the all-white, icy white helmets here with the white face masks. That's your outlook there for your outfit, I should say, for the Potosi Trojans. For the Salem Tigers, it is the road white uniforms with the blue numerals outlined in white, the blue, navy blue and light blue stripes on the shoulders with the navy blue pants, and the white helmets with the navy blue face masks. That's what we've got rocking and rolling here for you. It is time for some football, playoff football in Southeast Missouri. It's the third-seeded Potosi Trojans and the sixth-seeded Salem Tigers here in Class 3, District 2 action, quarterfinal action, I should say. It will be Zane West to do the kicking. Excuse me, not Zane West, Blake Henson to do the kicking for Potosi. And the ball is teed up. 12 minutes on the clock. 0-0 is your score. And we're about to get this thing underway. Henson has his hand in the air. Makes his approach to the ball. Toe to leather. And here we go. It's a hopping onside kick. Ball is still on the ground. It's scooped up and then finally come down on by Easton May. So it will be Salem football after the tricky onside kick there. Dylan Wyrick going tricky right off the bat, but Salem lucky that they were able to pounce on it. Will be first down 10 from their own 41-yard line.
Will be first and 10 for Salem.
And that's where they will start this drive. Quarterback Garrett Connell leads the way, and running back number 5, Caden Camden, is the workhorse for this team, this Tiger team. 2 receivers split out to the far side left, 2 backs in the backfield with Connell. He stands in the shotgun, looks back at the sideline, will get the play. The 6'2", 185-pound Garrett Connell, he'll get the snap, he'll hand it off up the middle, makes a cut, and that one will go nowhere. Gain of maybe 1 yard. Yep, they will give him 1. That is a 1-yard first down run.
By number 5, Caden Camden.
That was Caden Camden on the carry. He is the one that does all of the heavy lifting here for the Tigers this season so far. That was his 175th carry on the season, 1,136 yards coming into this game. The next closest ball carrier, well, that's the quarterback, Garrett Connell, with 65 carries. So there you go. You know how much they rely on him. Connell's in the gun, stands with his heels at the 37-yard line, pitch out to Camden, and he'll gain a few down to the 44-yard line.
So pickup of a couple, and they're just going to keep riding out with their running back. A very small kid, 5'4", 135 pounds is Caden Camden. Very difficult to bring down. You heard from Wyrick there in the pregame interview. He's got a really low center of gravity, likes to be able to run the ball. He's shifty and hard to bring down. He's got 2 carries on 2 plays so far. 2 receivers split out here to the near side right. The pistol set backs, 2 of them in the backfield for Kano. He'll take the snap, roll out to his right. He's going to throw it and barely misses his man. Intended for Caden Kaufman. Had him running across on the crossing route just about the 47-yard line of Potosi, but just barely overthrows him. Had him open. Maybe a better throw is pick up of a first down, but it will be 4th down now. 4th down 7, ball on the 44-yard line. And they will set back to punt. So early throw there from head coach Howard of the Salem Tigers, and he said it in pregame as well. You got to be able to keep everyone on their toes, especially when these teams like to run so much. Back deep to receive is, I believe, Zane West. Here is the punt. It's a spinning kick, lands at about the 27-yard line, and it will be down at the 20. That is where Potosi will start their drive, and so a 3-and-out for Salem on their first drive of the game. And now we'll see Andrew Coleman and the Trojans offense for the first time today. See where they spot this ball. They'll spot it at about the 19-yard line. So the first down and 10:28 to go in the first quarter. Still early here in district play for both of these teams. Again, starting quarterback for the Potosi Trojans is Andrew Coleman. You see a lot of Blake Henson, a lot of Braden Iskeridge, Wyatt Knapp. A bunch of backs get into the fray here as Henson will take the pitch outside. He'll spin, get upfield, cross the 20, and be brought down at about the 22, 23-yard line. Looked like Blake Henson did pretty good to make something out of nothing as the Tigers were stretching that play out to the sideline, but he was able to make a move and spin back inside and pick up 4 yards there on first down and 10. Bring up second down 6. One receiver split all the way out to the far side right. Handoff right up the middle. That's going to be Wade Merciel, I believe, who gets in that one. He'll get to the 25, so about a 2-yard pickup and bring up third down 5.
Ball carried by number 26, Wade Merciel.
Wade Merciel is a big part of this team. Coming into this game, 88 carries for 534 yards and 4 touchdowns. Again, like we were talking about, the Potosi Trojans like to spread this ball around, whereas the Salem Tigers really rely heavily on one back. Here is the give to Henson. He's got some room, makes a man miss, cuts across. That's going to be a first down across the 30, still churning his legs to the 35. First down 10 on a good run there. 10-yard pickup.
Ball carried by number 8, Booba Henson. Tackled by number
Blake
15,
Henson.
Connell, number 42, Dylan Thompson.
And that'll move the chains, and the clock will wind, and this is exactly what Potosi wants.
First and 10 is Potosi 35.
Run the ball, run the clock, and continue to move the chains. They got off the field on the first possession of the game for Salem. Now let's see if Salem can return the favor. Coleman in the under center. He'll hand it off to Henson up the middle. Stays on his feet, but then is met by 4, 5, 6 as they continue to come at him. It will be a pickup of 1 yard there for Blake Henson. Bring up second down and 9 from the 36-yard line.
Ball carried by number 8, Booba Henson for a gain of 1.
As the Trojans will look to move a little quicker here. Amandre McCall coming into the game. As Wade Merciel kind of limps off the field a little bit here for Potosi. We've seen a lot of Amandre McCall this year running the football. He's got 4 touchdowns on the season, most of them coming in one game. But whenever I first got the roster for Potosi earlier on this season, he was listed as a guard. But now they like to run him. They like to put him in that first back as a lead blocker. They'll give it to him on this one. He'll run up the middle, churns his feet, still going across the 40, down to the 41-yard line. Pick up a 5 there, and that'll bring up third down and about 3. Down to the 36-yard line. They like to run Amandre McCall. He is a big boy, 5'10", 220-pound senior is Amandre McCall. Again, 4 tutties on the year, 4 touchdowns for that young man. He's looking to add to that tonight. Coleman will go under center. They'll go in this capital I formation. It's Coleman, McCall, Merciel, and McCall will jump quickly, does Amandre. He'll be a false start on him, and they'll back him up 5 yards. So that's getting behind the chains. 3rd down and 8 now. Was a 3rd down and 3.
False start penalty on Potosi Trojans.
In that capital I formation was Amandre McCall. Wyatt Knapp was the second back in, and then, of course, Blake Henson, the speedster for Potosi. Now there's gotta start thinking here. If you're Dylan Wyrick, how do you pick up 8 yards? Do you maybe try and throw the ball here as the play call comes in and every single guy in purple looks at his wristband at the same time? Here's that capital I formation. Here's the snap to Coleman. Pitch outside to Henson. He'll get the edge across the 40. And that's not going to be near enough as the ball has come out now. Let's see what happens. Salem football. That one was fumbled before he went out of bounds, it looks like, by Blake Henson. And that one was fumbled, recovered by Salem. And that is going to be very difficult, as it will be 1st down 10 for Salem on the Potosi 40-yard line. Fumble by Blake Henson.
Salem will take over 1st and 10 from the Potosi 40.
So good field position here for the Tigers. Let's see if they can make it count from the 40-yard line of Potosi. In the gun is Connell. He'll hand it off up the middle, got some room across the 45, and a flag comes hurling in on a face mask call. Maybe the easiest face mask call I've ever seen. Caden Camden got dragged down by his face mask after a 7-yard pickup. Then it will add 15 onto this one. Still scoreless here early in midway through almost the first quarter. 7:25 to go in the first quarter. 0-0. Salem, after a fumble by Blake Henson, recovered by the Tigers, puts them in great field position on the 40-yard line. And then one run there by Caden Camden in a face mask puts the ball all the way down at the 19-yard line. They'll give it to him at the 18-yard line, 1st down 10. 2 receivers here to the near side right, 2 backs in the backfield in the I formation. Here's the under center snap, hands off to Caden Camden, and he'll just follow his blockers. He'll kind of sneak in behind him, get across the 15, down to the 14-yard line. And they're perfectly okay with doing that. And that'll be
tackled by number 36,
pick up a 5 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down 5 inside the red zone. This is really where the Potosi defense needs to bow up, bend, don't break. Your offense made a mistake. Now you got to go rescue them. Ball's on the 14-yard line. 2 receivers split out wide left. 2 backs in the backfield. Play action. Here's a keeper by Connell. He's got some room to the outside. Cuts it back across the 10. Still on his feet. Spins off 2 men into the end zone. Touchdown. 14-yard touchdown run.
15.
For Garrett Connell, quarterback.
14 yards and a touchdown.
6:40 to go in the first quarter. 6-0 extra point on the way for Salem. They take an early lead off the turnover, and they cash in. Will be considered a 40-yard drive, but again, 15 of that coming due to the face mask penalty. Again, 14-yard touchdown run by Garrett Connell. We're going to wait here on the extra point. These are at a premium. Here is, and it's almost blocked as Blake Henson had a free run at the kicker, but it's up and good. So 7-0. Salem lead, 6:40 to go in the first quarter. We'll take a break and be back here in 30 seconds on the MyMo Info Sports Stream.
Cleaning chemicals, disinfectants, and paper products are just a few of the items available from C&C Suppliers in Farmington. I'm Cheryl Sneed, owner of C&C Suppliers, a janitorial and food service supplier for commercial and residential use. We carry cleaning products, disposable food containers, gloves, sanitizers, disinfectants, face masks, shields, paper products, and so much more. Find C&C Suppliers on Facebook or stop by our location on Flat River Road in Farmington.
Welcome back into the Mineral Area College broadcast booth. I'm Stephen Kabler here on the MyMo Info Sports Stream, and let's recap that drive. Just 3 plays, 40-yard touchdown drive, but again, 15 of that coming on a personal foul face mask penalty committed by Potosi. So capped off by a 14-yard touchdown run from Salem quarterback Garrett Connell. So as we stand, 6:40 to go in the first quarter, 7-0. and it will be the Tigers teeing it up, ready to kick it off for the first time, and that's a tough break if you're the Potosi defense, because you kick off, you go for the onside, it doesn't work, but you still force a 3 and out. Here is the kick. It's fielded by West as he's across the 35, going to try to bounce it outside, cuts it back up, still on his feet across the 40, and he'll be marked down at about the 42-yard line, and that's where Potosi will start. But again, like I was saying, it's got to be tough for that Potosi defense. You kick it off, you negate losing the coin toss and then receiving, because you get them off the field on 3 and out. Your offense comes out, looks like you move it, you get a couple first downs, and then you have to deal with a fumble there by Blake Henson, and then you go and commit a 15-yard penalty. So tough start here for Potosi, but now they've got the ball back, trailing by 7. Ball is on the 43-yard line, their own 43-yard line, and it will be that capital I formation. Coleman under center, 3 backs in the backfield is going to be hands it off to Wade Merciel, who follow his blockers up the middle, crosses the 45 down to the 46-yard line. Good bit of running there. 3-yard pickup on the first down run brings up second down 7 as the clock ticks to 6 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. The Trojans looking to answer and tie this ball game up.
For a gain of 3 on the play.
It will be that I formation again. 3 backs straight behind Coleman. They'll give it to the second back. That is Knapp up the middle. He'll cross the 50 and get down to the 47, 48-yard line of Salem. Wyatt Knapp, good run up the middle. They're close to a first down, near the line to gain. We'll see what they give them.
Ball carried by number 33, Wyatt Knapp.
And they'll mark him down just short. It'll be third down and about maybe a yard and a half is what they'll mark it, but he is into Tiger territory. And let's see what they do. Coleman under center. He'll take the snap, pitches it out wide. It will be Merciel. He's dragged down on the negative side of the 50 for Potosi. And that is a loss of 4 yards. And that'll bring up fourth down.
Ball carried by number 26, Wade Merciel, for a loss of 4 on the play, making it fourth
down at about 5. And they're on the opposite side. They're at their own 49-yard line now. So good defensive play there made by the Tigers as they create a difficult situation here for Wyrick. 4th down 4 is what they'll say. And they are keeping the offense out on the field. 2 receivers split out wide right, 1 here to the near side left, 2 backs in the backfield. Coleman in the shotgun. He stands with his toes at the 45-yard line, his own 45-yard line. He'll take the snap, hand it off to Henson to the outside. He's got some running room, cuts back across, and he's going to be close. Oh, he crosses the 50, and it's going to be very, very close to a first down. Let's see what they mark it, as they're marking him down at about the 47-yard line, which is right where he needed to get. Everyone in purple is pointing first down. Everyone in white is pointing other direction, but it will be a first down.
Gained enough for a first down.
And that is a big, big play there for Blake Henson, the one who caused the fumble earlier. But you could tell that Wyrick has confidence in his running back, his junior, to go right back to him on an important 4th and 4 play on a must-pick-up first down. So as it stands, 4.5 to go in the first quarter. Here's the snap to Coleman. Will be given to Henson up the middle. He's got some running room. He's wiggling his way across to the 45 down to the 40. Maybe the 41 is what they'll give him. And that's a decent pickup there.
Tackled by number 9.
That was a pickup of about 5.
Gain of 6 on the play.
They'll give him 6. Second down 4. Ball at the 41-yard line of Salem. Back to the shotgun goes Andrew Coleman. 2 receivers here to the near side left. Here's the snap. Going to give it on the stretch play to Henson. He's got some room, and a big hit made. That is a big hit from Brandon White. It looked like Blake Henson had some running room, and out of nowhere, Brandon White put the smack on him. Third down 2 after the 2-yard pickup from Henson. And this is Potosi needs this one if they want to keep even in this game. Big defensive play here for Salem as well. They'd love to get off the field. You'd have to imagine that no matter what happens, unless it's a penalty or something, Wyrick will be going for. This is 4th down territory. And like I said, well, there is a penalty. Ooh, they're going to get offsides on Salem. Someone jumped early. And that will give the yardage enough for a first down. So that's a 5-yard mark-off, and that'll move the chains there on an important play on both sides, and a mistake made by the Tigers gives the Trojans a fresh set of downs.
Trojans a first down.
Looks like Wyrick's going with more of the shotgun look here on this drive. One receiver here to the near side left, two receivers split out wide right. It's going to be Merciel and Blake Henson in the backfield with Andrew Coleman. Merciel offset left, Henson straight behind him. They're going to give it to Merciel up the middle. He makes a good cut. Still on his feet, crosses the 30 and is finally pushed back. They'll mark him down right at the 30-yard line. This drive started at their own 43 after the short kickoff from Salem.
26, Wade Merciel for a gain of 4.
Second down,
Make it
6
second and
at the
6
30-yard line
from
now.
Salem 30.
Ball sits right at the 30-yard line. They'll split two receivers out to the right side. One receiver here to the near side left is number 22, Carson Saunders. They've got Gavin Portell out there to the right side. Here's the snap to Coleman. He's looking to pass, and he's going to go downfield. He throws it, got a man, and it's almost intercepted. Throws it into double coverage. The ball looked like it was almost perfect.
Pass from Andrew Coleman intended for number 10, Blake Meese.
It was intended for Meese. There is a flag on the play in the backfield.
Personal foul, roughing the passer.
They're going to call roughing the passer on that one, so that'll be another costly mistake for the Tigers as they'll give free 15 yards to Potosi. Good-looking throw there from Andrew Coleman. He doesn't do it a whole lot on the season.
15-yard penalty will give the
He's only thrown it coming into this game. He'd only had 90 attempts with 34 completions, but looking to throw there, and he gets a lucky penalty for roughing the passer. I mean, not lucky, I would say. He had to take a hit for it, but it will be first down 10 from the 15. Here is the handoff up the middle to Merciel. He's got a little bit of running room across the 10, down to the 7-yard line.
Ball carried by number 26, Wade Merciel.
And they're knocking on the door now. That'll be second down and 2.
On the play.
Pickup of 8 there for Wade Merciel as the ball sits at the 6-yard line. They can get a first down at the 5 or 4, it looks like, is where they're going to mark the first down. Here's the snap. It's going to be handed out to Henson. He's smothered in the backfield. Absolutely nothing doing. And that's big Brandon White again, who is making his presence known early for Salem, as that is going to be a big loss there, as he'll get be a loss of about 5. Ball will be marked at the 11, so third down.
Number 32, Bradley Gover.
Third down and 6 is what they'll say, so a loss of 4 or 5 depending on where they spot the ball. And a big third down play here is if you're Dylan Wyrick, you're thinking maybe just get most of it back, get down close to where you can go for it on fourth down. Third down 6, ball at the 11. 1.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 7-0. Salem leads Potosi. Potosi driving, looking at the 10th play of this drive. Third down 6. Here's the shotgun snap, and it's going to be Andrew Coleman, and he's going to be smothered. Gain of nothing. That's going to be, I believe that was Garrett Connell, number 15, coming up from his safety position.
Tackled by number 42.
And that's going to bring up fourth down 7 after the loss of 1 yard.
7 from Salem 12.
And let's see what Wyrick decides to do here. He's got a big play. Do you go for points or do you try and keep even? You can get a first down at the 4 or 5 yard line. And they will keep the offense out on the field. 2 receivers out to the right. That's Portell and Meese. 2 backs in the backfield. Andrew Coleman takes the snap. Play action, rolls out to his right, looking. He's got a man in the corner of the end zone, and it's way too far. Incomplete out of the back of the end zone. They were looking for Meese. And that will be a turnover on downs after the 11-play drive comes to a stall at the 12-yard line of Salem. So Salem will take over on their own 12-yard line, and they come up coming up empty is Potosi on that long drive. That's going to be a backbreaker for the Trojans as they were moving the ball well, caught a couple of breaks with some penalties, but the Salem defense stands up strong. 7-0 is your score, 35 seconds to go in the first quarter. Salem will take the field on offense for the 3rd time today. It is Garrett Connell in the shotgun. He'll take the snap under center, He'll pitch it out to Camden, and who is almost breaks it free, but he's brought down as he crosses the 20, gets down to the 21-yard line. He looked like he might take that one a long way, but he was just shoestring tackled by a member of the Potosi defense. As this clock continues to tick down to 10 seconds, and I have a feeling this will take us to the end of the first quarter unless they decide they want to run a play here as the clock hits 3 and 2 and 1, and that will indeed take us to the end of the first quarter. We will take a break here on the MyMo Info Sports Stream and be back to Potosi for some more Class 3 District 2 quarterfinal action.
At the end of the first quarter, the score is
Coldwell Banker Holsey Real Estate has been the trusted real estate advisor for over 60 years in the Mineral area. Hi, I'm Kim Hudson, owner of Coldwell Banker Holsey Real Estate. No one has helped more people buy or sell real estate in our community than the agents at Coldwell Banker Holsey Real Estate. We are proud of the community in which we live and serve. Contact us today for all your real estate needs. Find us on Facebook or online at coldwellbankerholsey.com. Coldwell Banker Holsey, we would love to be your realtor.
As a leader in health and wellness in Jefferson County and the surrounding area, Comtree is committed to serve you and your family. In addition to in-person visits, we offer virtual visits to our current and many new patients. Our behavioral health and primary care patient portal allows you to message your provider, request medication refills, and review medical records. Safety is our highest priority for in-person visits. We are taking additional precautionary measures to protect you, your family, and our staff. Together, we are changing the landscape of healthcare. Thank you for being a member of the Comtree family tree.
Time for some second quarter action here in Class 3 District 2 quarterfinal between the Potosi Trojans and the Salem Tigers. Welcome back into the Mineral Area College broadcast booth. Your next step, Mineral Area College. I'm Stephen Kabler. Back to the action now. 7-0, Salem with the lead and the ball. Second down 2 on their own 21-yard line. Man in motion from right to left. Here's the pitch out to Camden. He'll get it across the 25, breaks a tackle and gets down to the 26-yard line. He is tough to bring down, is Caden Camden.
Ball carried by number 5.
And he just continues to
Caden
keep
Camden,
those legs
tackled by a
churning.
host of Trojans.
Just keeps those legs moving and will only come down if you absolutely bring him down. Ball set to the 27. That will move the chains. First down and 10. And we see why the Tigers have been utilizing Camden throughout the season heavily, because he is a good back. He doesn't look like he'd be that stout of a runner, but he's fast and he's shifty. He sits in the I formation all the way at the back of it. Connell under center, man in motion from right to left. Here's the snap, fakes the pitch. Connell rolls out looking under pressure. He's going to throw it all the way back, and nothing doing there as it was underthrown. Ball intended for Dawson Mock, but the ball was underthrown on the throwback. He had Misi beat down the field, did Mock, but not a good throw there from Garrett Connell, and it falls harmlessly to the ground. We'll bring up second down and 10. Ball on the 27-yard line for Salem. And I think we've already seen a lot more throwing from both squads tonight. 2 attempts from either side so far here in the first half. That's not what you see very often. Connell under center. He'll hand it off to Camden, who is caught up in the backfield. Wyatt Knapp making a living back there in the backfield this season. Does it again as he brings Caden Camden down to the ground. Loss of 2. Second down 12, ball on the 25-yard line.
For a loss of 2 on the play.
And that's exactly what you want to see if you're head coach Dylan Wyrick, is you want to see your Trojans get a good push against this large offensive line. I mean, like let's talk about it. 250, 6'2", 250 at left tackle, 255 at left guard, 230 at center, 190 at right guard, 268 at right tackle. That's your the weights and the power of the Salem Tigers up front. As the shotgun snap goes to Connell, he's looking to pass. He'll throw it, got a man open, and it's caught and brought down across the 40-yard line. I don't believe that was number
Pass caught by number 32.
32. Bradley Gover on the reception there.
Gain of 17 on the play.
Pickup of 17 yards, and that is the first completion from either team we've seen so far this evening. But Gover was pretty wide open there. And now they'll line it up in the shotgun again. 1 receiver split out either side. Here's the pistol formation. Hands it off up the middle. Met at the line is Devin Atchison, and he'll go for about a yard there. This drive started at their own 12-yard line, now across the 40 at the 43.
Ball carried by number 24.
Good long
Devin
drive
Atchison,
they've sustained
tackled
here
by
so
number
far.
28, Devin Marler.
Able to get a
69,
stop
Monverde
there
Paul,
in
and
the
number
red
36,
zone
Bryce Reed.
to not allow Potosi to put up points. Now they've got the ball with 10 minutes and counting here in the first half with the lead, 7-0. One receiver split out either side. Connell in the gun. He'll take it, roll out to his left, and he's going to be brought down for a sack. Bryce Reed read that option play all day long, and they'll mark him down at the 35-yard line. Huge loss on the play there as a loss of 8 yards. And that's going to bring up third down 16. That's exactly what the Potosi wanted. As you heard, this Potosi faithful starting to fill up a little bit. Socially distanced fill up is what I should say, as we've got everyone in their pods with their family. Everyone kind of bundled up. It's getting a little chilly out there. It will be third down 16 now for the Tigers. Two receivers to the near side left. Here's the snap to Connell. He's under some pressure by Brayton Iskriggs. He'll roll out. Now will take off and run. Make a man miss. Brought down at the 46-yard line. But that will not be enough for a first down, as he had to get 16, and he picked up about 11.
Ball carried by number 15, Garrett Connell.
So let's see what
Lane
Howard decides to do. Ball is at the 46-yard line.
Gain of 10 makes it
Fourth down and 6, and I think that's on your own end. I think that may be a little too much to go for, as they will send out the punting unit. It will be Gover to do the punting.
Bradley Gover back to receive.
Gover.
Number 10, Blake Meesey. Number 25, Zane West.
Zane West and Meesey back deep to receive. This will be kicked over to West, and he'll muff the punt, pick it back up at the 20 under some pressure, and he'll get not quite back to the 20-yard line. He'll be marked down at about the 18. And that is where Potosi will start this next drive. That previous drive for Salem, 8 plays. And let's see here, 34 yards, ending in a punt. So it will be first down and 10 from their own 18-yard line for the Trojans. Their first drive of the second quarter. Coleman comes sprinting out. And we've seen a lot of what we expected here tonight. A lot of running, the clock's moving fairly quickly, but something we didn't think we'd see is really any throwing of the football. We've got 5 attempts total from the teams combined, and 1 completion. Here's the snap to Coleman. He hands the stretch play to Henson, looking to get the edge, and he's not going to get it. He'll be brought down in the backfield. Loss of about 1, it looks like. He might have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage, but I think they'll mark him for a loss of 1. As that's something that Henson's been able to get the majority of the year. He's quick enough to get to the outside there, but good discipline and good eyes by this Salem Tigers defense, allowing them to stretch the ball to the sideline and make a good open field tackle. 2 receivers split out here to the near side right. Far side left is 1 receiver. Here's the snap. Miscommunication there, it looked like, as Henson will be bottled up in the backfield. Another loss of yardage on that, and they're going in the wrong direction, as it'll be third down at about 11 from the 17-yard line. I'm thinking if I'm the Potosi coaching staff, I want to try and get some stuff to the outside, try and use the speed of this team, and then maybe catch a cutback inside. The guys up front for this Salem squad are very, very strong up front on the defensive side of the ball, especially Brandon White, defensive tackle, 6 foot 255. Here's the snap. It's going to be a Meesey end around. He's looking to get out to the outside, unable to cut back as he's pushed after he left out of bounds, but no flag on the play. Not much doing there, as I have a feeling we'll see the punting unit. Fourth down and 9 on the pickup of 2 down to the 19-yard line. And it will be Bryce Reed out to do the punting for the Trojans. So a 3 and out here.
For Salem is number 15, Garrett Connell.
3 and out for the Trojans, as they started on their own 18 and ended on their own 19-yard line. Here's the snap to Reed. It's a good punt, spiraling punt. Takes a Potosi bounce across the 45, still rolling across the 40, down to the 32-yard line, 37-yard line, excuse me. And it
Punt
will
down
be,
at the Salem 36 for the Tigers.
that is where Salem will take over on their own 37-yard line. And let's thank some sponsors here while we're switching sides. Applebee's in Farmington, CNC Suppliers, Flat River Loop in Farmington, Caldwell Banker Holsey in Farmington, Coles Tractor and Equipment in Farmington, Comtree and Festus, Cozy Memorial Chapel, Farmington, Fleegs Equipment in St. Genevieve and Leadington, Gateway Region YMCA in St. Louis, Gifford Lumber in Farmington, Gilster, Mary, Lee, and Hearing Care Partners in Farmington. One more, Home Pools and Spas in Leadington. I'd like to thank all of those sponsors. And if you go into those fine businesses, would you give them a shout out and a thank you too for making the MyMo Info Sports Stream game happen every week? We really appreciate them. So here we are now, 6:48 to go in the first half. Now we're starting to march back a little bit.
We're pushing back 10 yards.
10-yard penalty. I didn't hear exactly what it was, but they'll start this drive at the 32-yard.
27.
The 27-yard line this time. I just apparently really want them to go to the 32. First down 10. In the shotgun is Connell. He'll hand it off to Camden, who keeps his legs churning and burning as he gets across down to the 30-yard lines. Well, they'll mark him. 3-yard pickup for Caden Camden. And that's just what he does. I mean, 3 yards at a time doesn't hurt anybody. On the season, he's actually averaging 6.5 yards per carry and 126.2 yards per game. He's got 8 touchdowns on the season and 1 fumble. He is a workhorse back. It will be Connell under center. He'll take the snap, pitch it out to Camden. He's following his blockers across the 30, makes a man miss across the 35, across the 40, down to the 41-yard line. First down pickup, and that's smart, patient running you see there from Caden Camden as he follows his blockers, waits for the right moment, then cuts it back up, shakes one tackle that would be just a leg tackle. You got it. You got a full body tackle that young man. You can't shoestring or leg tackle him because he's short. He's got a low center of gravity and he's difficult to bring down. 5:50 to go in the first half. 7-0 Salem leads with the ball, driving. Ball sits on their own 41-yard line. It's Connell under center. He'll give it to the up back quickly. That one is number 24, Devin Atchison. And that's a pickup of 2 yards. Bring up second down, 8, ball on the 43-yard line. This Potosi defense will receive this. The Potosi team will receive the ball coming out of halftime. So you'd think they'd like to get a stop here, run some clock, get some points on the board, and then receive the ball to put themselves in an opportunity to take the lead. However, they have to get off the field here. Second down, 7, ball on the 44-yard line. 5 minutes and counting to go here in the first half. Both these teams like to run the ball, so the clock stays running most of the time. Connell in the shotgun, 2 receivers split out, 1 on either side. Here's the handoff to Camden, and that is a good sure-handed tackle. I believe that's Wade Merciel on the tackle on the defensive side.
Caden Camden, tackled by number 33.
It's going to be a gain of 0, so third down 6 here. Huge play for Potosi, and if you're Salem, you just want to move the chains, keep this drive alive, and keep milking this clock and try and get some points on the board before halftime. It's a nice night here in Potosi, Missouri. I tell you what, man. We got the windows closed here in the broadcast booth, but it's getting a little chilly. Connell goes under center in the I formation. Now we've got a timeout. Timeout taken by Lane Howard and the Salem Tigers. We'll take it with them back in 30 seconds here on the MyMo Info Sports Stream.
Fall is here and winter is on its way. This is Andy from Gifford Lumber Company in Farmington. We're always ready to help you get what you need no matter what the season. Plumbing, electrical hardware, lumber, tools, and so much, much more. Stop by and see us and check out the Makita, Yeti, Benjamin Moore, Traeger grill inventory. We're Gifford Lumber Company and we're hometown proud, located on Potosi Street in Farmington.
Gifford Lumber Company in Farmington, hometown proud.
And we're back here in the Middle Area College broadcast booth. My name is Stephen Kabler, hanging out in Potosi, Missouri. It's the Class 3 District 2 quarterfinals between the Potosi Trojans and the Salem Tigers. Salem leading the game 7-0 4 minutes, 20 seconds to go here in the first half. 3rd down 6. Ball is on the Salem 45-yard line. They are looking to convert on a first down. Potosi looking to stop them and get the ball back and try and put some points on the board before halftime. Quarterback of the Tigers, Garrett Connell, in the shotgun. He's got 2 backs in the backfield with him. Here's the snap. He's going to roll out to his right, looking to throw, and he's going to throw that one into the ground. Not a great throw on the run. Didn't quite get his hips in front, didn't set his shoulders, and wasn't able to get enough whip on that ball as he threw it, and it goes into the ground, and that's a big stop there for Wyrick and his Potosi Trojans. Incompletion stops the clock as well. So you're giving Potosi plenty of time to run their slow ground and pound offense on you. That just means that you trust your defense, I assume. It will be West and Misi back deep to receive. Ball will hit and take a Salem roll as the Trojans will get away from it, and it'll be down at the 25-yard line, it looks like. So, it will be Potosi ball. Not a whole lot of action here in this one, as we've had a fumble, a turnover on downs, and 4 punts, and then the 1 touchdown, of course. So it will be 1st down and 10 for Potosi on their own 25-yard line. They went 3 and out last time they had the ball, had to punt it, as they gained only 1 yard. Their best drive so far was the last drive that they had in the first quarter. Started at their own 43-yard line, ended inside the 15-yard line of Salem, but unable to capitalize. They lose the ball on downs, and now they'll look to go down and score here. The capital I formation, that's what we're calling it now, Chad. Good job. The snap to Coleman. He hands it off to Merciel. I believe, let me see once he stands up, it may have been Iskriggs.
Ball carried by number 26, Wade Merciel.
It was indeed Wade Merciel. As they'll give him 6 yards on the pickup. 2nd down 4. Ball on the 31-yard line. Potosi with all 3 timeouts here and 3:40 to go in the first half. As it will be Coleman under center, 1 wide receiver out to the left. Here's the snap. They had stopped in the backfield. Is Wyatt Knapp, number 33. Good defensive play there from the Tigers as Wyatt Knapp, they were going for some trickeration and some fakes and some play action, but I didn't exactly see who had the ball. But apparently the Salem defense wasn't fooled at all. 3rd down and 5, ball on the 30-yard line. Coleman takes the snap. He'll hand it off to Merciel, and nothing's happening there. As he'll get across down to the 31, so a pickup of about 1 yard. And that'll bring up 4th down and 5. It'll be another 3 and out here for Potosi, and that's not at all what they wanted to see there, as their defense gets a stop and has about 3 minutes, 3:40 to go in the first half, and they're punting it back with 2.5 to go. So not a whole lot of time run off the clock. You're giving the Tigers plenty of time, as it will be Garrett Connell back deep to receive this punt. Bryce Reed to do the punting. And it is a short one, as it hits just on the other side of the 50 and will go out of bounds at the 45-yard line. That is where
punt out of bounds at the 45.
That is where the Tigers will start their next drive at their own 45-yard line, and 2 timeouts with 2:18 remaining in the first half and a chance to extend their lead. It is 7-0 Salem with the lead over Potosi, and they'll get the ball back at their own 45. I'd like to thank some more sponsors here: Jefferson College in Hillsboro, Lucas Smith and Festus, Mario's Italia in Farmington, and Mineral Area College in Park Hills. So it will be Garrett Connell lined up in the shotgun in the pistol set. He's got Camden to his left, and he'll play action to him, and then he'll keep it himself, get to the outside, and he's gobbled up from behind by Bryce Reed, as Bryce Reed jumped on his back and just said, get down. Loss of 1 yard. 2nd down 11, ball at the 44-yard line. They'll mark him down for a loss of 2, ball at the 43-yard line. So if you're Potosi, do you start taking timeouts to maybe try and get the ball back? Doesn't look like they will. 1:50 to go here in the first half. Potosi will receive the kickoff, open second half kickoff. Garrett Connell in the pistol set with two backs on one on either side of him. He's in the shotgun. He'll take the snap, looking to throw over the middle, and it's caught. Big hit laid out. As a penalty flag will come in, Gavin Portell laid down the hit. It was Mock on the reception. Dawson Mock made the crossing route catch over the middle. And Garrett Connell, that's the one thing you can't do as a quarterback. You got to get that ball in there. But he just left it up a little bit high and left his receiver high and dry. And he took a monster hit, but I think they're going to call helmet-to-helmet contact here.
Tackle by number 87, Gavin Portell.
We'll see what the referees decide to call. A penalty flag did come flying in. Personal foul. They'll call targeting on Gavin Portell, and it will be a 15-yard mark-off. And that's not what you want at all, because now you're giving Salem more yards. The clock is stopped, a minute and a half, and they could easily go score again before the half. So Gavin Portell, a costly mistake there, was going for the big hit, and gives the Tigers 15 more yards. Ball on the 30-yard line now. First down and 10. Salem leading 7-0, 1:30 to go in the first half. It will be Connell in the shotgun. Camden to his left. Easton May to his right. Here's the snap. It's going to be a give to the outside to Camden, and he will squeeze through a couple of players, but it's tripped up as a flag comes flying in. Lots of dirty laundry here in the first half. That was thrown in the holding range, I would assume. We'll see what they call. And they do indeed call holding on the Salem Tigers. So you give up 15 on the targeting call, but then you get it back on a holding call, and we're going back and forth here as we reach the 1 minute mark, 1:24, I should say, in the first half. First down and 20 from the 40-yard line for Potosi. And they have to get down to the 20-yard line for a first down. They'll send one receiver down here to the near side left. That's Caden Kaufman. The pistol formation for Camden and May. Here's the play action. It will be Connell. He'll take it on the keeper, get across the 35 down to the 33-yard line.
Number 33, Wyatt Knapp.
Now we've got some timeouts being taken, as it will be timeout by Salem. We'll take it with them. Back in 30 seconds. 7-0, 1:14 to go in the half here on the MyMo Info Sports Stream.
Hi, welcome to the UPS store.
Yeah, I'd like to ship this package.
Great, I can help you with that and every other ing.
Did you just say every other ing?
Printing, packing, copying, faxing, freighting, any ing your small business needs.
Shredding.
Yep.
Mailboxing.
Uh-huh.
Notarizing?
That too.
Wow, that's really some ing.
Now you're getting it.
The UPS store. Every ing for small business. And of course, shipping.
Hi, this is Jim, owner of the UPS store in Festus. See us now at our new location at 650 North Creek Drive next to Tiger Express Car Wash.
Welcome back in on the MyMo Info Sports Stream inside the Mineral Area College broadcast booth. I'm Stephen Kabler. Glad to have you alongside with me here. We've got a minute 14 to go here in the first half. 7-0. Salem leads Potosi. It's the Class 3 District 2 quarterfinal here tonight in Potosi, Missouri. Back to the action. Garrett Connell in the shotgun. Pistol formation with May and Camden. Here's the snap. He's going to roll immediately out to his right. He's looking to throw on the run. He's got his man. That is caught for a first down on second down and 13. That's Dawson Mock, who is a game changer here so far today. He's got 2 receptions. That his biggest one of the game so far, a 13-yard pickup. Actually, they'll give him 15 yards. First down and 10, and a good use of the timeout there by Lane Howard, head coach of the Tigers. Calm his guys down, stop the clock. 1:08 to go in the first half, and they're knocking on the doorstep inside the red zone. Here's the shotgun snap. It's going to be a give to Camden up the middle. He'll squeeze through for about 5 yards, stays on his feet. And now we've got a flag coming in. Well, they give him on a face mask penalty is what it looks like. So costly mistakes here for Potosi, but Salem will take it all day long. Personal foul face mask, yep, they will. Well, he's only 5'4", folks. There's not a whole lot to grab onto to tackle him, and it's a little easier to grab the face mask, I guess. So another 15 yards. I guess they'll go down to the 3-yard line now. First down and 10. 1 minute to go in the first half. 7-0 Salem leads. As they'll take it down to the 6-yard line.
Half the distance to the goal.
Half the distance to the goal. Added to the end of the run, so down to the 6. First down 10. Clock ticks under a minute to go. It will be Garrett Connell under center. He'll take the snap, pitch it out to Camden. He's got some room and is brought down short of the goal line. Crosses the 5 down to the 4.
Ball carried by number 5, Caden Camden. Tackled by number 25,
Timeout
Zane
taken
West.
by Salem.
After a
Just a
gain of
quick one.
3.
Let's see. Yep, timeout taken. We'll take it
Timeout
with
Salem.
them. 39 seconds to go in the half here on the MyMo Info Sports Stream.
This is Dr. Karen Melton at Hearing Care Partners. We hope you don't miss a single thing this sports season. Stop by for a free hearing screening so you'll hear every play and the person sitting right next to you. One of the best parts of the game is chatting with old friends and making new ones. We wish all our local players a safe and healthy sports season. It's Hearing Care Partners. Find us online at hearingcarepartners.com.
Well, the first half flew by, and then the last minute and a half seems like moving very slowly, but all because Salem looking to extend their lead here. 39 seconds, second down and 3 from the 3-yard line. Salem leading 7-0. It's been mainly on the back of Caden Camden, as is usual for this Salem team. Big moments here in the game for Potosi. Garrett Connell under center. He'll take the snap, give it up the middle. 3-yard touchdown run. Caden Camden extends the lead for Salem. 35 seconds to go in the first half. 13-0. Salem capitalizing on penalties and turnovers and things of that nature, and that's really been the difference here in this game so far, being able to execute well. Caden Camden. That caps off an 8-play, 55-yard touchdown drive, 3-yard touchdown run from Caden Camden. As they kick the extra point, it's up. We're going to have some offsides on that extra point. So 3-yard touchdown run by Camden. That's his 9th touchdown, I believe. Yes, 9th touchdown of the season for the young man. Came into this game with 174 carries for 1,136 yards. He's been running the ball well so far. Hasn't really broken one yet, averaging 6.5 yards a carry, but I don't think he's quite at that average so far. But that is a 3-yard pickup right there. Again, 35 seconds to go, and they'll re-kick. They will retry. New Era Bank we want to thank New Era Bank in Farmington, Fredericktown, Park Hills, Deloge, and Bonne Terre. Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy in Deloge, Fredericktown, Ironton, Farmington, and Piedmont. Patsy's Furniture, Park Hills. They always say you'll love to shop at Patsy's. So after much deliberation and discussion, we're going to retry this extra point. Here is the kick. It's up, and it will be no good. 35 seconds to go in the first half. 13-0 Salem leads. Back in a jiffy on the MyMo Info Sports Stream.
Whatever your educational goals are, you can achieve them at Jefferson College. With caring faculty, convenient locations, and award-winning academic programs, your future is Jefferson College's focus. To learn more, call 636-797-3000 or visit jeffco.edu for a complete list of degrees and programs. Enroll now.
For higher education, for higher expectations, Jefferson College and you.
That was an 8-play, 55-yard touchdown drive by the Salem Tigers to extend their lead. No good on the extra point. 13-0 is where we stand with 35 seconds to go. 3-yard touchdown run by Caden Camden, his 9th of the year, to extend the Tiger lead. Welcome back in, folks. My name is Stephen Kabler. This is the MyMo Info Sports Stream. Set to kick it away are the Salem Tigers. They'll kick it short, and it will hit be fielded at the 25-yard line. Stays on his feet is Iskriggs. He'll finally go down at the 36-yard line. So that is where Potosi will start this drive.
Kickoff return by number 3, TJ Pickett.
At their own, where do they mark it?
Trojans take
41.
over 1st and 10 at their own 36.
I can't do math. 36. Good thing I have the PA announcer to tell me when my yardages are wrong. All right, so here we go. Let's see what Dylan Wyrick decides to do. Do you just take a knee and go into half, or do you try and sling the ball down the field and try and make something pop? 29 seconds to go. You trail by 13. Will be the shotgun formation. 2 receivers down here to the near side right, 1 out to the left. It's going to be a quick outside throw to Misi, his first touch of the game. He'll make a man miss and get across the 40 down to the 41-yard line. Good open field tackling.
Complete from number 5, Andrew Coleman, and number 10, Blake Misi.
That was Dawson Mock on the tackle.
Gain of 5.
A timeout taken here
Timeout
by
Potosi.
Potosi, and they look like they want to go score. So we'll take it with some 30 seconds here on the MyMo Info Sports Stream.
Hi, this is Brad Smith at Lucas Smith Chrysler Center, your local home of the no bull deal. The word local, you've heard the phrase shop local, buy local, but do you really think exactly what that means? When you shop here at Lucas Smith, you put your trust in the hands of all of my employees who also eat, play, work, live, and shop local. Jefferson County is their home too. Why drive for miles when you can buy what's right here in your backyard? All we ask at Lucas Smith Chrysler is to give us the chance to earn your business. Please shop local, and remember, Lucas Smith Chrysler Center in Festus.
Potosi's got to go 59 yards in 21 seconds. They have 2 timeouts. This offense not really known much for explosiveness, downfield passing action, but if they can get Blake Henson on the edge or Blake Misi or someone, they can make big plays happen. Here's the shotgun snap for, it will be another quick out to Misi, who's looking to get out of bounds, and he will. They're going to play these sidelines. That one takes 5 seconds off the clock.
Number 5, Andrew Coleman, to number 10,
and only
Blake
picks up
Misi.
about 3 yards.
Gain of 3 on the play.
3rd down and 2 now from the 44-yard line. Clock is stopped. Out of bounds was Misi. Doing a good job. The Tigers are trying to keep him inbounds, but Misi did a better job of just jumping out. 2 receivers down here to the near side right are Portell and Misi. Potosi going from left to right. Here's the snap play action. Nope, they'll give it to Henson, who's looking to get to the outside, and he will not get out of bounds. And he will get across the marker down to the 1st down, it looks
Ball
like.
carried by number 8, Booba Henson.
It will be 1st down. 9 seconds to go.
3-yard gain.
Timeout taken by Potosi. They have 1 left. We'll keep it right here and thank some more sponsors. As we'll thank Pizza 101 South in Bonne Terre, Prairie Farms in Southeast Missouri, Presbyterian Manor in Farmington, Richard's Produce in Farmington, Serenity Hospice, Twin City Toyota in Herculaneum, and the UPS store in Festus. 9 seconds. Potosi trailing 13-0 in the first half. Ball on the 47-yard line of Potosi, and they get a 1st down here. As looks like the Tigers will use the remainder of this timeout time that they have. Potosi was trying to get out there quickly and snap the ball, but the ref said, no, you took a timeout, so we've got to take the whole time. Interesting first half here so far. It was moving very quickly. We got through the first quarter. Each team touched the ball twice. Now towards the last minute and a half has been almost as long as the first quarter and 3 quarters of that quarter. I said quarter 3 times in the past 2 sentences. That's how fast I'm talking right now. 13-0 is your score. Salem with the lead. They come back out onto the field. 9 seconds to go in the half. 1st down 10 from the 47. Coleman in the shotgun. 2 receivers down here to the near side. Here's the play action. Looking to go downfield. He's going to toss it up. Got Portell into coverage. And that's going to be incomplete as 2 Tigers were looking to get the interception there. It was Connell and Mock who both were licking their chops to try and get that interception, but they're unable to decide who gets to get it, and it falls incomplete. It was intended for Gavin Portell, but just not quite far enough down the field was Andrew Coleman. 2 seconds. 2nd down 10. I have a feeling you either take a knee here or just send 4 verticals and just heave it down the field and see what happens. Coleman's in the shotgun. He's got Two backs in the backfield with him. Here's the snap, three-step drop, looking downfield. He's just going to toss it, nowhere to go with the ball, and this one will be intercepted. Dawson Mock with the diving interception as the clock expires, and we'll head to halftime. 13-0 is your score right now. Salem leads Potosi in a ground and pound style game so far. We're going to send it back to the studio now with Jacob Vincent and the Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy halftime show.
The Jefferson County YMCA has adapted to help you stay connected and active. Hi, this is Samantha Robertson. We've enhanced our safety measures, improved our cleaning procedures, and expanded our virtual options to keep you connected at the Y, at home, or on the go. Members enjoy state-of-the-art fitness equipment, free group exercise and aquatics classes, discounts on paid programs including youth sports, swim lessons, childcare, and more. Join online at gwrymca.org/join, call 636-931-9622, or stop by the Y today.
Purchasing a hot tub is one of the best decisions you can make for you and your family. Hi, I'm Megan Osbar, manager of Home Pools and Spas in Ludington. There is nothing more rejuvenating than stepping into your own spa, transcending into luxurious and therapeutic relaxation. If you are considering purchasing a hot tub, I invite you to stop in and see what we can do for you. We are Home Pools and Spas on the outer road just south of Ludington.
Everybody's going home, pool and spa.
Champions are made here. On our courts, on our fields, and in our classrooms. Why settle for ordinary when you could be part of greatness? Mineral Area College. Become a Cardinal today.
Are you looking to buy a new home, but are running short on funds? Hi, Paul Hale here with New Era Bank. We offer many different loan programs to help accommodate you. Currently, VA, FHA, and USDA are just some of the loan programs that we offer. Our experienced loan staff is ready and waiting to help you find just the right loan to fit your needs, because no two loans are the same. We've also enhanced our website and added many frequently asked questions about home ownership to our website. Visit today at www.newerabank.com. New Era Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome back in here in the Mineral Area College broadcast booth. Halftime here in Potosi. It's almost halftime from the game on J98 in St. Genevieve. So we're going to go to that game, and when they go to halftime, then we'll hear from Jacob Vincent on the Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy halftime show. So we're going to join a game already in progress and then get you caught up on all the scores from around the area for the halftime show, all right? You're listening to the sports stream. We're going to go join J98. Thanks, guys. It is St. Genevieve and Dexter who are playing right now. So we're going to go join that game, and then we'll hear from Jacob on the Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy halftime show.
Estes, the Cozine Memorial Chapel in Farmington, Fleegs Equipment in St. Genevieve and Leadington, Gateway Region YMCA in St. Louis, and Gifford Lumber Company in Farmington. 3 seconds, and St. Jen's back out on the field. 3rd down and 25. Oh, boy. Well, they're going to line up all 5 receivers to the right and just throw it up. This is dangerous if I've ever seen the definition of the term. Boyer is going to throw it out wide. They're going to try to set up a screen, but it's going to be blown up immediately, as I believe it was Zach Boyer who made the catch and lost about 3 yards, and so that'll do it for the first half of action. What a crazy half. 28-26 the score. St. Gen trails by 2 as Dexter has been impressive in the first half. Both teams really in an absolute shootout here in St. Genevieve. The Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy halftime show is coming up next. Stick around on J98.
Welcome to the Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy Halftime Show on Regional Radio. We'll update you on the scores from the teams across our entire listening area and get you highlights from all of our broadcast action on J98, KREI, KJFF, and MyMoInfo.com.
At Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy, we want you to know that local pharmacy is alive and well. A warm greeting, a friendly smile, attention to detail, and efficient service is what you can expect from us every day, because we love going the extra mile for our customers. There's no need to stand in line, no need to wait days days for your medications. No need to go anywhere else but Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy.
Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy is committed to improving the health of their patients and positively impacting the communities they serve.
Welcome into the J98 studios, as every single game on our station, right here on J98 KREI and the MIMO Info Sports Stream as well. This is the Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy Halftime Show. My name's Jacob Vincent. How's everybody doing? A very high-scoring affair. If you've been tuning in to the game on J98, 28-26 right now. Dexter on top of St. Genevieve. Got a lot of highlights to go through, so let's just get right into it. Dexter struck first as they found their big man in the end zone, and Ryan Collier.
To the right hip of all day. Here's the snap, drop back to throw, pressure coming. He gets pressured, rolls out to the right, gets away for a moment. Now it's going to heave it up, and it is caught! And into the end zone goes Ryan Collier. The big tight end from 36 yards out.
Collier was able to snag another one for Dexter's second score.
All day from the shotgun. To his left hip is Josepate. 3 receivers right. He's going to throw it over the top to Collier, and Collier in stride. He'll walk into the end zone as he beat his man, Peyton Matthews. A simple fly route and a beautiful fade. And just like that, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns. Ryan Collier is an absolute beast.
Well, Dexter up 14-0. St. Gen finally would get on the board as Aiden Boyer found a sliver of a lane.
Aiden Boyer, the quarterback's going to roll out to the left and keep it himself. He's got a little lane. He splits the defense. He's gone. Oh, my goodness. 50 yards, Aiden Boyer. He had no business getting through that hole. A wiggle, a shake, and somehow number 3 comes shooting out of the defense with no one within 10 yards of him.
Dexter, though, they would go right back to Ryan Collier.
All day back to throw, and he's just going to heave. Far side, jump ball. Guess who? Collier into the end zone. Touchdown. 55 yards. 3 catches, and he's already up to 130 yards and 3 touchdowns, and there's still 3 minutes left in the first quarter.
All of that in the first quarter. Now this time, another Boyer, this time of the Zach variety, would find a score for the Dragons.
Man in motion is Zach Boyer. They hand it to him. They're going to try to string it out wide. Boyer gets to the edge. He's got a lane. He's going to walk into the end zone. Touchdown. Zach Boyer. That's his 3rd rushing touchdown on the season. And another big score for St. Gen as they answer once more. On a 4th down carry, they get to the edge, and the Red Sea parts, and Zach Boyer is able to walk in.
And the Dragons would get within 2 with a long run.
Flies in the backfield, left hip of Aiden Boyer with 3 receivers right. They give to Fly. Fly tries to get to the edge. He does. He's got a head of steam. He's got room. He cuts back. He's at the 50. He's at the 40, the 30, the 20. He's going to go all the way. Touchdown, Caden Fly. He hit that open field, and boy, did he fly. Caden Fly, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the season, and that's a big one right there.
And Dexter, they would answer right back.
3rd down at 4. They drop back to throw. They've got a man deep. It's caught. Gone. Peyton Driscoll. Oh, my goodness gracious. Call it 64 yards. They just went another deep ball, and the defender had no shot. 64 yards. Peyton Driscoll caught the fade and was able to just sprint his way to the goal line for a touchdown.
And once more, St. Gen, they would get within 2.
McBride motions to the near side wide. 3 receivers left. That's where Boyer goes. He heaves to the end zone. It's caught! Zach Boyer on the fade. Right at the goal line. He pulls it down for 6. Number 6 for 6. And it's back to within a 3-point game, 28-25. Dexter still leads, but St. Gen brings it back to a 1-score game.
How about that? 28-26 at the half between St. Gen and Dexter, with Dexter on top. We've had two absolute shootouts on J98 the last couple of weeks. Last week was Jefferson and St. Vincent. This one, Dexter and St. Gen, except this one really matters. 28-26, that one heard on J98. Over on the MIMO Info Sports Stream, Salem taking on Potosi. Salem the 6 seed, Potosi the 3 seed. Salem on top at the half, 14-0. Salem, they're taking on their former head coach in Dylan Wyrick, and they were able to strike first.
Here's a keeper by Connell, who's got some room to the outside, cuts it back across the 10, still on his feet, spins off 2 men into the end zone, touchdown, 14-yard touchdown run for Garrett Connell, quarterback. 6:40 to go in the first quarter, 6-0 extra point on the way for Salem.
And Salem was able to take another one late in the half.
Garrett Connell under center, he'll take the snap, give it up the middle, 3-yard touchdown run. Caden Camden extends the lead for Salem. 35 seconds to go in the first half, 13-0 Salem.
So not as much of a shootout as our game on J98, but still a very competitive game. That one over on the MIMO Info Sports Stream. Salem on top of Potosi right now, 14-0 at the half. Over on AM 800 KREI, Farmington having no troubles with Oakville, 28-0 at the half. Braden Bodkin would get it started. He found the end zone for the 12th time this season as the Knights would go up by 7.
Files down under center, barks it out, gives to Bodkin, and Braden slams over the goal line. 1 yard touchdown run for Braden Bodkin, his 12th touchdown run of the season. And the Farmington Knights strike first in the first round of the playoffs. 6-0 Knights, 6:23 remaining in the first quarter.
Farmington would then get back-to-back touchdowns from Carter Barnes to go up 3 scores.
For Farmington, this will give them the short field. And it'll be a keeper by Files now, a late pitch, and Barnes. And another beautiful block, this time by Westbrook, and Barnes goes the distance again. A 24-yard touchdown run. Carter Barnes takes it in.
Farmington would go up by 4 touchdowns, this time from their quarterback.
You've got Bodkin as the fullback. Pair of wingbacks right here. It'll be Files who will take it straight up the gut on the quarterback sneak, and a 3-yard wedge play as Caden Files takes this one in. And the Farmington Knights are on top by 4 scores, 27-0. 25 seconds remaining before the end of the first half.
They would knock through the extra point, make it 28-0 at the half. That one over on AM 800 KREI, Farmington over Oakville. The game on AM 1400 KJF, a pretty close one as well. Jefferson over St. Pius at the half, 14-0. Dylan Schnitzler having the 2 scores in the first half. He would get it started as he would bring the dog pile with him, but he'd get the Blue Jays on the board first.
Winding our way down in this first quarter, 9:15 to go. Here's a first down handoff, straight up the gut. Dylan Schnitzler drags tacklers into the end zone. Touchdown, Jefferson. Dylan Schnitzler gets the carry and just takes everybody on top of him and brings them with him from that St. Pius defense into the end zone for his 12th rushing TD of the season. His first carry of the night makes it 6-0 Blue Jays with 9 minutes left in the first quarter.
After Dylan pounded one in on the offensive side of the ball, he also snagged one on the defensive side.
Here's second down, rolling out Smith, play action, looking to throw, down the field, it's picked off! Dylan Schnitzler steps in front of it, and has room down the sideline, inside the 20, gets the block inside the 15, lowers his shoulder inside the 10, and drags guys from the 5, close to the pylon, now the signal, touchdown Jefferson! Dylan Schnitzler comes up with a pick. Jefferson almost had one in the first drive. That one, Schnitzler hangs on to and runs back nearly 30 yards for the score. The Blue Jays have doubled up their lead to 13-0 with 5.5 left in the first quarter.
14-0 halftime lead for the Jefferson Blue Jays over the St. Pius Lancers. That one on AM 1400 KJF. Quick check of the scores on regional radio of the games being broadcasted right now on our Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy halftime show. On J98, a shootout. St. Gen down to Dexter by just 2 points, 28-26. Over on the MIMO Info Sports Stream, Salem on top of Potosi, 14-0. On KREI, Farmington toppling Oakville, 28-0 after the first half. And on KJF, Jefferson on top of St. Pius, 14-0. Some other games from around the area tonight in Class 1 District 1 play. St. Vincent is toppling Chaffee 27-0. Thayer on top of Crystal City in that same district 32-0. In Class 2 District 2, Cuba putting the beat down on Grandview 34-0 right now. In Class 3 District 1, St. Mary's on top of Fredericktown 28-0. In Class 4 District 1, North County shutting out Sykeston right now 24-0. And a 1-point lead for Pacific over Windsor in Class 4 District 2 14-13. In Class 6 District 1, Fox on top of Vianney 27-0. We also have some buys going on right now. Valley Catholic Central, Festus, and Seckman, they are not playing right now. And then the Class 4 District 1, a couple of teams, I should say, dealing with some forfeits moving on. So DeSoto and Hillsborough moving on to the semifinals. So those are some scores from around the area and the scores on regional radio as well. We're going to take a short break and send it back out to the games on regional radio in just a little bit. This has been the Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy Halftime Show.
America's tastes go from sea to shining sea. But this summer, American taste buds will unite around steak. Whether for a barbecue or dinner for two, steak answers the call with plenty of sizzle. So raise your grilling tongs, salute an American icon, and together proclaim, United We Steak. Join America at UnitedWeSteak.com. Beef, it's what's for dinner. Funded by beef farmers and ranchers.
When it's all said and done, what really matters? For Serenity Hospice Care patient Jack, hospice isn't about giving up. It's not about the end. It's about right now. It's about spending precious time with the people we love.
Come on, Grandpa!
And the little moments that create lasting memories. It's focusing on what's important to you and remembering life is beautiful in all stages.
Hi, it's Anna. At Cole's Tractor and Equipment, customers fell in love with the special LS 35 horsepower package deal, so we thought we should fall too. Those fall and winter jobs will be effortless with this special package deal. Get the LS 35 horsepower shuttle shift, 4-wheel drive diesel tractor with the front loader, the 5-foot brush hog, and 5-foot box blade, plus the 18-foot deluxe flatbed car hauler trailer for only $21,650. Oh, but wait, you also get the free, that's right, you'll get the free 2700 PSI pressure washer and 2 ratchet tie downs, and of course the best 6-year parts and labor warranty from LS, the major brand maker that you already know and love. So let me recap. Get a head start on fall and winter jobs with this tractor, loader, brush hog, box blade, and flatbed trailer, all for only $21,650, plus the free pressure washer and 2 ratchet tie downs. Financing available on site. Just give us a call at 573-756-4353 and see us on Facebook at Cole's Tractor and Equipment. Don't just follow the herd, lead the herd with LS Tractors and Cole's Tractor and Equipment. Highway 32 just outside of Farmington.
At Toyota, today's the day to score a great deal. That means today's the day to take a ride in your thrilling new Camry. Today's the day to scale new heights in your powerful new RAV4 Hybrid. Or maybe today's the day to turn heads in your stylish new Corolla. Today's the perfect day to tackle a new outdoor project in your tough new Tundra. Today might even be the day to go as far as the road will take you with the epic range of your new Highlander Hybrid. Today's the day to save on all your favorites like the Toyota Camry, Corolla, RAV4, Highlander, Tundra, and more. But hurry, this offer ends soon. Head into your Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places. Participating dealers only.
See Twin City Toyota, I-55 at the Herculaneum Auto Mall exit, or visit them online at twincitytoyota.com.
Welcome back into the Middle Area College broadcast booth here on the MyMo Info Sports Stream. My name is Stephen Cavler, just about to get the second half underway here in Potosi, Missouri. It is the Potosi Trojans trailing the Salem Tigers 13-0. It's the Class 3 District 2 quarterfinal matchup between these two squads. Lots of storylines between them two. Head coach Dylan Wyrick of the Potosi Trojans, of course, coached these very same Salem Tigers last season to a winning season. And now he is trying to do the same here for the Trojans. Both teams finished the regular season at 5-4, and so far in this game, it's been a slugfest, back and forth on the ground all day. About, I think, if I look back at it, it's about 7 or 8 total passing attempts from either side in the first half, and mainly running of the football. We had a 14-yard touchdown run by Salem quarterback Garrett Connell, and a 3-yard touchdown run for Salem running back Caden Camden. He has been the workhorse all season for these Tigers and has continued to do so tonight. He's got 1 touchdown and about 40 to 50 yards on the ground tonight. Below his average, he's averaging
126.2 yards a game, so below his average, but this game is just nothing but 3 yards, 2 yards, 4 yards, and then every now and again getting a 5, 6, 7, or 8 yard pickup. It will be the Salem Tigers going to be doing the kicking here to start off the second half. Again, they're in their road white jerseys. It's the navy blue numerals outlined in baby blue with the navy blue pants and the all white helmets with the navy masks. They will move from right to left to get this one underway. They will be kicking to the all purple wearing Potosi Trojans. And that's going to be kicked up and short. It's going to be fielded at the 25-yard line. Cut back is Iskriggs. He'll be tackled once he gets across the 35. And that is where the Trojans will start their first drive of the second half, one that is very important to put points up on the board. So it'll be marked down at the 37.
Will take over 1st and 10.
1st and 10, starting quarterback for the Trojans, Andrew Coleman, throwing the ball a couple of times, but it's really been Blake Henson doing the majority of the running as they will start this drive. 1st down, 10. Ball on the 37-yard line. 2 receivers down here to the near side right. That's Misi and Portel. 2 backs in the backfield, Merciel and Henson. Here's the snap. Play action to Henson. No, they'll give it to him. Tries to get to the outside. He'll gain about a yard, maybe 2. It'll be, nope, they'll give him 1. 2nd down, 9 at the 38-yard line.
Ball carried by number 8, Booba Henson. Tackled by number 28, Easton May.
They'll switch the receivers on the sides now, so Portel and Misi sprint out to the far side left. Down here on the near side right is number 15, Tristan Beck. Here's the snap to Coleman. Bounce it to the outside is Henson. He's not going to go anywhere.
Ball carried by number
Good bit of tackling there from the Salem Tigers as Blake Henson can't seem to get anything going. He tried to bounce to the outside, and they're just as fast as he is and bringing him down before he can get anything going. Gain of 0. 3rd down and 9. Ball on the 48-yard line. The Trojans moving from left to right. They'll look down at their armbands and get the play call. 2 receivers split out left, 1 here to the near side right. 2 backs in the backfield with Coleman. He'll take the shotgun snap about belt high, and he'll throw it to the outside. Miscommunication there intended for Blake Misi, but thrown out a little bit too far in front of him on the screen pass. And it goes incomplete. It'll bring up 4th down and 9. Ball on the 48-yard line, and here comes the punt team. A quick 3 and out for the Trojans.
On to punt for the Trojans, number
4th down
36,
and 9.
Bryce Reed.
They were able to pick up 1 first down.
Tigers, number 15, Garrett Connell.
Back deep to receive is Connell, quarterback, free safety, and punt returner for this Tigers team. Bryce Reed to do the punting. He'll take the snap. It's a good one. The kick is up. High spiraling kick lands at the 33. Takes a Trojan bounce, a good Trojan bounce, and is still rolling down to the 20, 19, and that's where it will come to a stop. Good punt there, and Salem will start their first drive of the second half on their own 19 after the 3-play, 11-yard drive that ends in a punt. 3 and out. Well, not a 3 and out. They were able to pick up a first down there, and then nothing doing after that. So 19-yard line for Salem. 10.5 to go in the third quarter. First down, 10. And they have a 13-0 lead over the Trojans. 2 receivers split out to the right, 2 backs in the backfield. Give to Camden, and he's going to be smothered in the backfield, taken down at the 16-yard line.
Tackled by number 9,
Braden Iskriggs is the one who gets credited for the tackle for loss. And that'll be a loss of 3. Second down, 13, ball at the 16-yard line as the clock ticks now. And whenever you're playing against a team like both of these teams are that can run the ball consistently and keep that clock moving, you don't know how many times you're going to touch the ball. So if you're Potosi, you got to use that tackle for loss to your advantage. Ball's on the ground after the snap. It's picked up, and it's a good scramble from Garrett Connell as he was looking to move to his outside right, and he dropped the ball, fumbled it, picked it up, and is able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Pickup of 9.
Third down and
Ball carried by
4.
number 15, Garrett Connell.
Making
Gain of
something
9
out of
on the play.
nothing. And he is a good runner coming into this game. He had carried the ball 65 times for 227 yards and 4 touchdowns, did Connell. That's his third carry of the night so far. 2 receivers here to the near side left. I formation. It's going to be given to Camden. He's looking for somewhere to go, and he doesn't get there. Gain of nothing. And it'll bring up 4th down and 4 as the ball sits right at the 25-yard line. And it'll be back-to-back punts. Kike Ortiz on the tackle. And that is exactly what the Potosi defense needed after this offense for Potosi can't really seem to get anything to go. They've got 2 turnovers, a fumble and an interception, a turnover on downs, and 3 punts. That's what they've been able to put together today. This punt is low, and it screams across the 50. It's picked up by Misi, and he's tackled at the 43-yard line. It's a dangerous play there as that ball was skipping across the ground.
Tackled by number 24.
But he's able to handle it well and not quite able to get away from the guys in the white jerseys. And he's brought down, and it will be 1st down and 10 from the 48-yard line. And that's where Potosi will start this one. Pretty decent field position now. See if they can do anything with it. Past few drives have not turned out well for the Trojans. Again, 0 points on the scoreboard for Dylan Wyrick and his squad. 13-0, Salem leads. 8.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. We're just flying by in this one. Andrew Coleman under center. He'll take the snap and give it to the up back, who's got a little bit of running room. Gets across the 45. That's where they'll mark him down at the 45.5-yard line. Excuse me.
Ball carried by number 26, Wade
they'll mark him at the 45.
Number 42, Dylan Thompson.
So they were starting at the 43-yard line, not the 48. So that's a gain of 2, and it will be 2nd down 8 at the 45-yard line. Snap, here's the pitch out to Henson. He's looking to get to the outside. He's dragged down. That is some speed there. Number 42, Dylan Thompson.
Tackled by number 42, Dylan Thompson.
The speedster.
Loss of 4 on the play.
Loss of 4 from Dylan Thompson, and he just hunted down Blake Henson and just said, "You're not going anywhere, big fella." 3rd down, 12. Ball at the 41-yard line. I mean, that's an incredible defensive play, closing speed there from Thompson. Coming in from his middle linebacker position. 5'11", 180 for the young man. Here's the snap. It's going to be a fake pitch. They're going to give it to McCall, and he'll be tackled down after the pickup of 2. 4th down, 10 now. 7 minutes and counting to go here in the third quarter as we're already almost halfway through this third quarter. Not a whole lot is going on between these two so far. Each team has touched the ball 1 time. This is Potosi's 2nd time, and they're about to go 3 and out yet again. As this defense for Salem has been absolutely stout, and nothing is working here for the Trojans tonight. Again, it will be Garrett Connell back deep to receive the punt, and it will be Bryce Reed to do the punting. He'll take the snap. It's a good one. Punt is high and away. That's a good one. Connell is going to field it at the 25-yard line. Stiff arms the man out of the way. Gets to the outside across the 30 to 35 and is dragged down about the 37-yard line. So it will be the 2nd time of the half for the Tigers to touch the ball. They'll have it at the 38-yard line as well. They'll mark it.
Garrett Connell to the 38-yard line where he's tackled by number 43.
And if you're Coach Howard and the Tigers, you would just really want to run some clock here, maybe even get out of the third quarter and score some points and really put the pressure on these Trojans here at home. You're leading 13-0. Garrett Connell's in the shotgun pistol formation. He's got May and Camden. He'll hand it off to Camden on the outstretch. No, it's a fake. Quarterback keeper to the outside. He's going nowhere. He'll lose one. And now a flag comes flying in very, very late. We'll see what that means.
Ball carried by number 15,
it was a loss of
Connell.
about 3 or 4 on the play.
There's a flag on the play.
And we'll see what they call with the flag. We'll get him for a loss. We'll go personal foul. Going to be against Potosi. I'm assuming they're going to get maybe a late hit or something. That is a big mistake there for Potosi. It looks like it's going against Amandre McCall out there, very upset with himself. Hit himself in the helmet a couple of times, and now was looking back at the sideline with his palms towards the sky. Doesn't know what went wrong there, but apparently they got him for a personal foul. That'll put the ball into Potosi territory on the 49-yard line. They'll have a receiver down here to the near side left. That is Caden Kaufman. And now we're going to have a timeout taken by Potosi. We'll take it with them. Back in 30 seconds here on MyMo Info Sports Stream.
Hey, if you haven't been to Patsy's Furniture in Park Hills lately, then you haven't been to Patsy's Furniture. Man, the selection is as good now as it's ever been. And that's saying something. Seriously, stop by and say hi to Chris and Jamie. The first thing you'll notice is just how nice they are. They won't hard sell you at all. They'll just let you look around and offer you help when you need it. And we're talking about really nice furniture, too, from some of the best-known brand names in the business. Hey, maybe that's why Patsy's Furniture is my only stop when I do my furniture shopping. Patsy's Furniture, right off Highway 67 at the Parkway Drive exit. You'll love to shop at Patsy's.
And we're back here in the Mineral Area College broadcast booth. Mineral Area College, your next step. You're listening to the MyMo Info Sports Stream. I'm Stephen Cavler. Glad to have you alongside for the Potosi-Salem game here, Class 3 District 2 quarterfinal action. It is first down and 10 from the Potosi 49-yard line. The Salem Tigers have the ball. Snap and give off to Camden, and he'll take it for about a 4-yard pickup is what they'll give him. And that'll bring up second down and 6 from the 45. So halfway through quarter number 3 here officially as the clock hits the 6-minute mark.
Tackled by number 28.
And Potosi's got to get something going. They had what looked like a good stop, and then a costly mistake by a defensive player that gave it looked like a roughing or unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. It gave a free first down. Here is the snap, give up the middle to Easton May. That he'll get down to the 41-yard line. Gain of 4, so it'll bring up third down and 2.
Number 24, Devin Atchison.
Atchison, excuse me, not May. It was Devin Atchison, number 24, on the carry there. Third down and 2, and this is where you think you're just going to ride the legs of Caden Camden, who's been getting it done for you all night. Or give it to the up back Atchison. They're in the I formation. Connell under center, and they'll give it to Camden to the outside. He's got some room and is ridden down, but not until he crosses the first down marker. First down and 10. It's a pickup of about 4.
Ball carried by number 5, Caden Camden.
They'll move the
Tackled
chains.
by number 36, Bryce Reed.
Ball on the 36-yard line of Potosi, and this is exactly what the Tigers wanted to see here. A long drive, move the chains, run some clock, and hopefully get some points on the board for the visiting team. Under 5 minutes to play here in the third quarter. 13-0 is your score. That's going to be a handoff to Cam to the outside. Camden's going to make a few men miss, and he'll pick up about 7 yards on first down, and he'll take that every day of the week if you're a running back. Bring up second down and short here. They'll mark him down at the 31-yard line, so a gain of 6. Second down 4. 4:20 to go here in the third quarter. We are moving. That clock is blazing by. One receiver down here to the near side left is number 20. That is Luke Campbell. I formation, snap, give up the middle to Atchison, and he's going to get right down across the 30 is where they'll mark him, I think. So a gain of maybe 1. Let's see what happens. Potosi pointing like they got the ball. No official change of possession here.
Ball carried by number 24, David Atchison. A fumble.
There it is right there. The white hat shows it. That's going to be a fumble. Kike Ortiz on the recovery. That was a fumble by number 24, Devin Atchison.
30, first and 10.
Recovered by Kike Ortiz, and new life now for this Potosi Trojans team as they cause the turnover. 3:52 to go in the third quarter. 13-0. Salem leads Potosi first down and 10 from their own 30-yard line. And they've got to get something going here. Here's a throw off the hands of Zane West. And it falls harmlessly to the ground. Almost looked like it could have been
7, Blake Coleman, intended
intercepted.
for number 25, Zane West, incomplete.
We have Blake Coleman entering the game now. Younger brother and backup quarterback to Andrew. Better passer of the ball, I would say. And they're looking like they have going to have to throw the ball a little bit. Blake Coleman in the gun. He'll take the snap, looking to throw. Going across the middle, and it is almost intercepted. 28 Easton May over the middle. Had his hands on the crossing route and just couldn't quite squeeze that one in. So it'll be a 3rd down and 10. Again, you have to remember Blake Coleman, just a young sophomore, but stands at 6'1", 165. He's a smart player. He had to sit in for 2 games while older brother Andrew was out in quarantine. He'll take the snap, looking, flushed out, stays alive, almost brought down, makes another man miss, stays on his feet, going to throw, and it's going to be low, intended for Gavin Portell. Incredible scrambling there.
Pass from number 7,
from Blake Coleman,
number 87, Gavin Portell,
unwilling to go down. And now they'll bring out the punt unit yet again on the 3 and out.
36, Bryce Reed.
3 straight passes, 3 straight incompletions for Blake Coleman, and again, can't do anything with the good defensive stand there for the Trojans. They put in the young sophomore Blake Coleman looking to throw the ball a little more. 1 drop and a couple of errant throws there from the young sophomore, and it's just like that. It's a 3 and out. Here's the snap to Bryce Reed. This one is a high end-over-end kick. That one will be fielded by Garrett Connell, and he is immediately met by, and there's another penalty flag, as it will be unnecessary roughness on Potosi, I would imagine. They were trying to tackle him, and Garrett Connell wouldn't go down, so they threw him down after the whistle was blown. That'll be another 15 yards. And if you're Dylan Wyrick, you just have to be furious right now at that. It's just a bad mental error.
He was still running.
And they're going to call a personal foul, and it will go against Potosi. So 15 more yards added to the end of the reception. That one's going to be on Misi.
He was still running.
I do have to agree with the fan there. I believe that the feet were still moving of Garrett Connell, and I think that was a premature, unnecessary flag, if you ask me, but I'm not out there. So after the 15-yard mark, another short field here, 45-yard line of Potosi is where this drive will start. 3:25 to go in the 3rd quarter, 13-0. This game is not out of reach for the Trojans, but their offense has been able to get absolutely nothing going here so far on the night. Here's the snap. The pitch out to Camden. He's just tripped up as he crosses the 45 down to the 42-yard line.
Ball carried by number 5, Caden Camden.
Caden Camden.
Tackled by number 25, Zane West.
Zane West on the shoestring tackle there, just unable to bring him down behind the line, but trips him up just enough down to the 42-yard line. Gain of 3, 2nd down 7, 3 minutes and counting here in the 3rd quarter. Potosi needs to get something going if they want to keep themselves alive in this football season. Garrett Connell under center in the I formation. Caden Kaufman comes in motion from right to left, handoff to Caden Camden, and he will be wrapped up at the 41, pickup of about 1 yard, maybe 2. This will bring up a 3rd down and 6 here, ball on the 41-yard line. And this is a huge play now for the Potosi Trojans. Last time down this side of the field, your defense stands, your defense gets a fumble, and your offense goes 3 and out again. The last 3 times, all 3 possessions here in the second half for the Potosi Trojans have been 3 plays and a punt. Garrett Connell stands in the shotgun, 2 backs to either side of him, Atchison and Camden, and now we've got a penalty flag. Looks like we're going to have some false start movement early on the line of the Salem Tigers. That'll back them up 5 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 11. Ball on the 46-yard line.
The Salem Tigers are pushing back 5 yards.
So they'll move it to the 46. Third down 11.
46-yard line.
Under 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. And it will be 13-0 right now as your score. Salem leads as Caden Kaufman comes jogging back on the field from the sideline, gets the play from Lane Howard, head coach of the Salem Tigers, who have just looked like the more prepared, bigger team that's getting it done in the trenches so far tonight. I formation, Connell under center, pitch out. It's going to be a reverse, and it's there all day for Caden Kaufman. He makes a man miss across the 35-30. Outside, he's got wheels down to the 20, and he shoved that out of bounds across the 15 to the 13-yard line. Trickeration there from Coach Howard, and they give the speedster Caden Kaufman the ball, and he makes something happen down to the 12-yard line. And now it's first down and 10 from the 12. Shoved out of bounds by Gavin Portell, and now Salem is in business.
34-yard gain on the play, making it first and 10 at the Trojans' 12.
We'll see what they can do with it. They can get a first down at the 2-yard line. They'll go to that I formation. One receiver split out either side. Camden straight back. Here goes Kaufman in motion from left to right. Here's the snap, and now we've got a little bit more whistles. What are they going to call? It will be a delay game on the Salem Tigers. So back them up 5 yards, and we'll do it all over again. First and 15 from the 17-yard line. A minute 25 to go here in the third quarter.
Make it first and 15 from the 17-yard line.
And that's gonna help out Potosi a little bit because they can't afford to give up any more points here. You go down by 3 scores with just the fourth quarter to go, and then you realize that your possessions are at a premium. You did touch the ball 3 times in the third quarter, but it's because you went 3 and out all 3 times you touched it. Connell in the shotgun. He'll give it on the end around to Kaufman, who will be brought down. Nothing doing there. Gain of maybe 1. That's tackle made by Levi Courtney on the outside.
Carried by number 10, Caden Kaufman. Tackled by number 43, Levi Courtney.
And we reach the 1 minute mark to go here in the third quarter. Again, 13-0 is your score. Second down, 14 from the 16-yard line to the Salem Tigers. They lead 13-0. They are content to let this clock run. That is all in their favor as of right now. They'll go in a pistol formation, 2 backs. Here's the sprint right option. Going to throw, intercepted right into the hands of Levi Courtney, number 43. An ill-advised throw there from Garrett Connell as it looked like he was throwing it to the guy in purple. That's going to be number 43, Levi Courtney, and that is monstrous for Potosi. Giving up no points there. Now you just have to hope that your offense can do something. 39 seconds to go in the third quarter, and you get the ball back on your own 18-yard line. Trailing 13-0, needing to make something happen. The young sophomore, Blake Coleman, still in the game at quarterback for the Trojans. He'll take the shotgun snap and hand it off up the middle. Got some room as Wade Merciel. He's going to get across the 30 and brought down at about the 32-yard line. First down, and that's the best run of the night for the Trojans. Clock will stop briefly to move the chains, but it reads at 31 seconds, and now it's moving.
First and 10 at the 31.
I don't know if they want to get another play off here, but the game clock and the play clock are identical. Coleman in the shotgun, takes the snap, hands it off to Merciel again, and he's going to be stuffed this time at the line of scrimmage. Hey, he gets about 3 yards, it looks like they'll give him. Down to the 34-yard line. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter. 13-0. Salem leads Potosi. 1 more quarter to go here in the Class 3 District 2 quarterfinals. We'll be back in a minute on the MyMo Info Sports Stream.
When life changes, where can you get the health care that you or your loved one needs?
Try Presbyterian Manor, where we consider you family. Being a member of our family means having a skilled, compassionate team, making sure you live your best life. Call 573-756-6768 today and schedule a visit to see why the community voted us the best independent living, best assisted living, and best skilled nursing community in the Parkland area.
Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy wants to remind you that it's time to consider your Medicare Part D sign-ups for the coming year. We are an authorized claim enrollment center, and our claim-certified staff have the training and knowledge to assist you with the information you need to choose the best Medicare Part D plan for your needs. Give any of our stores in Deloge, Farmington, Fredericktown, Ironton, or Piedmont a call to schedule a time to come by and speak with us. Parkland Health Mart wants to be your healthcare partner because we're always caring for you and about you.
12 more minutes to go in this one. 13-0 Salem leads Potosi. Potosi with the ball. It's the sophomore, Blake Coleman. Takes a shotgun snap, and he's going to be flushed outside. He's going to throw it over the middle. It's caught. That'll be There's a late flag there. It's going to look like it's going to be a late hit. That was caught by Tristan Beck, number 15. Let's see what they're going to call
Pass
here.
from number 7, Blake Coleman, to number 15, Tristan Beck.
See what they're going to call. There was a late penalty flag. I believe the yardage
flag on the play.
Personal foul. It will go targeting against Salem. So there's a free 15, and that'll move the ball down to the 45-yard line of Salem. And Blake Coleman, the young sophomore, coming in and slinging the ball around a little bit for the Trojans as they realize that every time they get the ball here in the fourth quarter, they're going to need to make it count. Again, there was a missed extra point by Salem on their second touchdown drive of the game right towards the end of the first half. So they only lead 13-0. Coleman in the gun, 2 receivers split on either side. Here's the snap. It's going to be given to Merciel. He'll get across the 45 down to about the 43. And that'll be a gain of 2, so second down 8.
26, Wade Merciel, tackled by number 42, Dylan Thompson.
You have to think that at the beginning of the game, Dylan Wyrick chose to onside kick the opening kickoff, and now if that comes into play, the Salem Tigers have seen their onside formation, what they like to do. 2 receivers split on either side. Merciel in the backfield. Coleman takes the shotgun snap. He's looking. He's under pressure. He's going to throw downfield. He's got a man, and it's caught. Zane West into the end zone. 43 yards from Blake Coleman to Zane West. And we got a ball game, folks. 11:07 to go in the fourth quarter. 6-13 extra point is on the way. That drive, 6 plays, 82 yards, And a beautiful ball from Blake Coleman to Zane West. 43 yards. And these extra points are vitally important. Blake Henson to kick it. 6-13. Here's the snap, a little high, but it's held well. The kick is up, and it should go through. It does. 11:07 to go in the fourth quarter. Quick strike, 43 yards. Blake Coleman to Zane West makes it a 1-score game. 13-7, Salem leads Potosi. Back in 30 seconds on the MyMo Info Sports Stream.
When it's all said and done, what really matters? For Serenity Hospice Care patient Jack, hospice isn't about giving up. It's not about the end. It's about right now. It's about spending precious time with the people we love.
Come on, Grandpa.
And the little moments that create lasting memories. It's focusing on what's important to you and remembering life is beautiful in all stages.
Well, after just about nothing seemed to be going well on the offensive side of the ball for the Potosi Trojans, sophomore quarterback Blake Coleman comes in and starts to sling it around a little bit, maybe catching the Salem Tigers a little bit off guard, and then throws a bomb. 43 yards from Coleman to West, and it is a 6-point ball game. Potosi will be doing the kicking, but that quick strike gives them enough time to trust their defense to maybe get off the field. Now, 43 yards from Coleman to West, and it is a 6-point ball game. Potosi will be doing the kicking, but that quick strike gives them enough time to trust their defense to maybe get off the field. Now, On the other side, for Salem, now you know that Blake Coleman can sling the ball around a little bit, so now you're going to start playing a little bit differently on the defensive side of the ball and adjust to that. You still got a 6-point lead. You're about to get the ball back, and you can run clock. 11:07 to go here in this game, and it's just now getting good. Here is the kick. Onside kick, it will dribble across the 40. There is a flag on the play.
Kickoff by number 7, Blake Coleman. There's a flag on the play.
Blake Coleman did the kicking. Let's see what they call. As it crossed the 40, the ball is spotted right now at the 39-yard line, which is where Salem will start this drive unless the penalty means something. See what this ref wants to say. He has no idea. He's standing at the 40-yard line. Some conversation and confusion here prior to the kick. Offsides on Salem. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on there. Were they going to re-kick it or are they going to march it back 5 yards?
Signals an offside on Salem.
They will re-kick here, so maybe trying to get a better onside.
Trojans will re-kick from the 45-yard line.
So now they'll move it forward some yardage. And they'll kick from the 45-yard line. Interesting turn of events here again. Playoff football, man. Win or go home. It can get funky as you get down into the fourth quarter. 7-13. Salem is beating Potosi. 11:05 to go in the fourth quarter. Potosi kicking off here as they'll look to do another onside kick. This one much better, and it is recovered, but I don't think it went 10 yards. There's the flag. It'll be illegal touching as Blake Henson jumped on that ball right before it went 10 yards. And that'll be a first down.
Flag on the play.
So the re-kick gives better field position for the Tigers than the first kick would. If we could watch that one in slow motion, I would tell you it would be close. If we had the ability to review that, it would be close. As Dylan Wyrick tries to plead his case, it was perfectly executed if you let it go maybe a quarter of a yard more. As it stands, 46-yard line. Will the Salem Tigers start this drive? They have a 6-point lead and 11:05 to work with on the clock. Now they've officially got the call out there on the flag. I thought they already did that, but so it will be a 5-yard mark-off. So to the 49-yard line of Potosi is where this one will start after they get the official call out there.
Illegal procedure on the Trojans, 5-yard penalty.
Can't touch it before it goes 10 yards. Boy, howdy, that was close.
Trojans 49.
Blake Henson thought he played it perfectly. It was a good kick by Blake Coleman. Now we just got so many Blakes out there for Potosi. You got Blake Meesey, Blake Coleman, Blake Henson, all out there doing work on the offensive and defensive side of the ball. Under center is Connell. He'll take the snap. He'll hand it off to Camden. He's got some room, makes a man miss, breaks a few more tackles, is met by 3 or 4 different Trojans, and he'll carry it for 11 yards and a first down to the 37-yard line, 38-yard line.
Number 5, Caden Camden, tackled by number 25, Zane West, number 87, Gavin.
And that's what he's been doing all night, folks. He's been running hard, been running well. That's probably one of his best runs of the night, but he's got the ability to just keep his legs churning. Tigers have 2 receivers down here to the near side right. They move from left to right across your tablet, phone, or computer screen. It's going to be a handoff counter action to the other side, and Camden gets blown up and thrown backwards by Gavin Portell. He made a man miss, got tripped up, and then went to look up, and it will be Portell down on the ground.
Carried by number 5, Caden Camden.
And they'll take a look at him. We'll take this time to thank some sponsors here. Applebee's in Farmington, CNC Suppliers, Flat River Loop in Farmington, Caldwell Banker Holsey in Farmington, Coles Tractor and Equipment in Farmington, Cozy Memorial Chapel,
Fleegs Equipment in St. Genevieve and Leadington, Gateway Region YMCA, Gifford Lumber in Farmington, Gilster, Mary Lee, Hearing Care Partners, Home Pools and Spas in Leadington, Jefferson College in Hillsboro. They are going to help Mr. Portell up off the field. That's good. It's a good look for him as he walks off the field under with a slight bit of help. Nope, there he goes on his own power. It looks like it's a stinger of some kind. He looks to be grabbing at his ears. Maybe his ears are ringing. I don't want to speculate on any of that, but they'll take him back to the sideline. He walks off under his own power and still in visible pain, however, as he walks towards the bench. Coach Wyrick comes to greet him, pats him on the back, and says, you're doing fine, big fella. Second down 4, 10:23 to go in the game. Ball in the 32-yard line of Potosi. Salem driving with a 6-point lead. They'll go to that I formation. Connell will pitch it out to Cam to the outside. He's got some room and is tripped up end over end, flipped on his head. That's going to be marked down at the 29-yard line. Third down now, and they'll give him third down and 1. Zane West made the tackle. He sent Caden Camden flying through the air, flipped over on his head. This may be the biggest play of the game for the Potosi Trojans. Down 6, you got a chance to get off the field on the defensive end. I formation for the Tigers, 2 receivers here to the near side right. And I'm assuming they're going to give it to the up back. They do to Atchison, and he'll easily pick up the first down, gets down to the 25-yard line. And that's a good pitch, good push there from the offensive line of the Tigers. They'll move the chains. They'll get closer to putting points on the board, and they'll move that clock. 9.5 to go here in the game. 6-point Tiger lead, 13-7. It's been that kind of game. It's been ground and pound. It's been I'm just going to meet you at the line of scrimmage and just beat you up front. And at times either side has done it, but for the most part, it's been the Salem Tigers doing the bullying so far. I formation for Connell. He'll take the snap. He'll give it on the misdirection off the right side to Caden Camden, and he'll pick up 3 yards. Be about second down at 7 now.
Tackles by number 36, Bryce Reed.
As they'll mark him down at the 21, so second down 7. Under 9 to go here in the game. And Salem is perfectly content with letting this play clock run down and letting everything move. You have to imagine that Potosi will get the ball back. It's just a matter of will they be down by 6 or will they be down by multiple scores. Here's the snap, pitch out to Caden Camden. He's got some room to run, gets across the 20, and is met there down at the 19-yard line, gain of 2. We'll bring up third down and 4.
Again by number 5, Caden Camden.
Looking at the 6th play of this drive.
28, Devin Marler.
Marler on the tackle there for the Trojans as we approach 8 minutes to go in this game. Class 3 District 2 quarterfinals. Winner goes on to play the winner of St. Clair and St. James. St. Clair, the 2 seed, St. James, the 7 seed in this district. Shotgun formation, 2 backs in the backfield. Here's the snap, play action, looking to throw as Connolly is under pressure. Throws it underneath and is incomplete. Now there's a late flag coming in as the ball was intended for number 24, Devin Atchison. I can't imagine what we're going to call here. Personal foul, roughing the passer is the play. There's another. It'll be an illegal man downfield. So those penalties will offset, and we'll do it all again. Potosi absolutely lucky to get that illegal man downfield call, or else a free 15 for Salem would have been very, very difficult. So now we'll redo it. Third down. All right, personal foul, roughing the passer is on Potosi. Then you've got illegal man downfield. On those ones will offset, and we'll redo it.
Replay the down.
So there's a lot of, here we go. Now it sounds like playoff football. We got that confusion figured out. 7:43 to go in the game. Potosi third down and 4
for Salem. Potosi trailing 7-13. Ball's on the 19-yard line. And let's see what the Tigers can come up with. They went for a bootleg throw on that last one. It didn't work out for them, but I have to imagine they'll go back to their run game. They'll take a timeout here to try and talk about it. Here's one of the biggest plays of the game so far. We'll take a 30-second break and be back here on the MyMo Info Sports Stream.
Are you wanting a home with acreage, a hobby farm, or simply looking for a short-term loan? At First State Community Bank, we're offering a new 7-year adjustable rate mortgage program. Check out our 7-1 and 7-3 options. Speak to our lending team at your local FSCB branch or visit info.fscb.com/7ARM today to get started. First State Community Bank. Success starts here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, Bank NMLS number 412605.
We got a dandy on our hands here in Potosi, Missouri, folks. Salem with the ball and the lead, 13-7. 7:43 to go in the game. Third down 4 from the Potosi 19-yard line. That is the scene we are looking at here. If the Trojans can get a stop here, they're in business, only trailing 6. And Salem can make it real tough on Potosi with some points on the board here. I formation, here is the snap. Give to Camden up the middle, and he's going to pick it up. He needed 4, he got 5. And Caden Camden all game long has made the play when it needed to happen. First down and 10.
Illegal procedure.
And it's a ball on the 14-yard line. Blake Coleman replaced his older brother, Andrew Coleman, and threw for a 43-yard touchdown pass to bring the Trojans within 6. And he's clapping his hands. He just wants one more opportunity to maybe get out there. I formation for the Tigers. Connell under center. It will be given to Camden, who makes a man miss to the 10 and is brought down. Stays on his feet. He just will not stop moving. He gets down to the 10-yard line, gain of 4.
Ball carried once again by number 5, Caden Camden.
Caden Camden has been putting in work. We got a timeout called here. Timeout by Potosi. We'll take it with them here on the MyMo Info Sports Stream, back in 30 seconds.
Gateway Motors in Fredericktown, Missouri invites you to come on down and let us help you find your next vehicle. Purchasing a car, SUV, or truck can be an overwhelming experience. The Gateway crew will help you find the right vehicle for your personal or family needs. We offer 24-month or less, no-interest loans for qualified buyers. Come on down to 509 Lincoln Drive and let us help you find a reliable vehicle that fits your wallet.
After that quick timeout, we're back to the action here. Second down 5, ball on the 10-yard line of Potosi. Salem with the lead, 13-7, and the ball, looking to ice this one. Class 3 District 2 quarterfinal action. 6-seeded Salem Tigers, 3-seeded Potosi Trojans, but these teams are even, 5-4 both of them on the season. In the shotgun is Connell. He'll give it off to Caden Camden. He'll cut it up and he'll slip down. Pickup of about 4, so it'll be third down and 1. As Camden looked like he was going to cut it back up, and his legs just went out from underneath him.
5, Caden Camden.
A little slippery.
33, Wyatt Knapp.
2 plays to get 2 yards if you're Salem at this point. Even though a field goal will put you up 2 scores. A field goal puts you up by 9. So if you get stopped here, maybe think about that. But if I'm the Tigers, I'm going right back to my bread and butter, and that is Caden Camden. Pistol formation. It will be play action. Quarterback keeper ridden down from behind, and he's going to cut back up, and he's going to easily pick up the first down. Well, I say easily. I don't know about that. Let's see where they mark him. They're going to mark him down at the
ball carried by number 15, Garrett Connell.
4-yard line, and they're going to bring out a measurement here. Let's see what they're going to call. And they're going to call it a first down. It will be first down and goal from the 4-yard line. First down and goal from the 4-yard line for Salem halfway through this fourth quarter. That was a big gutsy run there from Garrett Connell, the quarterback of this Tigers team.
First and goal at the 4.
And now they're thinking 6. They're thinking 6 now. 2 receivers split out to the outside left. That's Caden Kaufman and Dawson Mock. I formation, Atchison in the backfield. They'll give it to him up the middle, and he's going to squirt free all the way down. 4-yard touchdown run.
Ball carried by number 24,
Devin Atchison.
For a 4-yard touchdown.
And that puts the Tigers up by 12. 19-7. 5:32 remaining in the game. Extra point is on the way. It was a 49-yard touchdown drive, 10 plays, and it was Devin Atchison who goes in on the 4-yard touchdown run. Here's the snap, a little high, but the hold is up. The kick is away, and it is good. So with 5:32 to go here in the game, 20-7 is your score. Salem leading Potosi. Back in 30 seconds on the MyMo Info Sports Stream.
Put the wholesome goodness of Prairie Farms fresh dairy products into your meal planning. Add Prairie Farms new 5-ounce cottage cheese cups and 7 fun flavors. Now you can snack healthy any time of the day for breakfast, lunch, or for an after-school snack. Choose from 7 new smooth and creamy options, including sweet and savory. Small batch cottage cheese now in 5-ounce snack cups. It's snackability for your family from Prairie Farms. Locally produced since 1938.
Well, it was a 10-play, 49-yard touchdown drive capped off by a Devin Atchison 4-yard touchdown run for the Salem Tigers. They go up 20-7. With 5:32 remaining in the fourth quarter, and now we're going to see some more throw in the ball action from the Potosi Trojans, as I assume we'll probably see Andrew Coleman, or Blake Coleman, I should say, re-enter the game. He took over for his brother Andrew about halfway through the third quarter and began slinging the rock around. Earlier on in this quarter, he had a 43-yard touchdown, or excuse me, he had earlier in this quarter, he had a 43-yard touchdown pass to Zane West.
Back deep to the Trojans, number 8, Booba Henson.
Got Blake Henson
and
Gage Mosier back deep to receive the kickoff for Potosi. Going to have to get something going quickly on this one. This is a very short kick, and it's going to be fielded by number 70. Brendan Birch, and a good catch there, as it could have easily bounced around a little bit. But first down and 10 for Potosi from their own 34-yard line. Trailing by 13 yet again. 5:32 remaining. And they'll need to get something going. Let's see which quarterback they put back out onto the field. It is indeed Blake Coleman. Andrew Coleman on the sidelines. They'll run Amandre McCall back to the sideline, and they'll have 2 receivers down here to the near side left, 2 to the far side right, 1 back in the backfield is Merciel. They'll give it to Merciel, and he'll squirt through the line, pick up about 4 or 5. Be a second down and probably 6, I would have to guess, from the 36-yard line. Third down and second down 7. They'll give him 3 yards from the 36-yard line. You've got 4 wide receivers out on the field, 2 on either side. Merciel in the backfield, along with Blake Coleman. Man in motion is Misi. Now we're going to have a penalty flag, and it's going to be a false start. That'll back him up 5 more yards, and that'll be even tougher to overcome, as it'll make it a second down and 12 now from the 31-yard line.
Make it 2nd and 12.
Potosi seeing their season slip before their fingers here. 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, down by 13. Blake Coleman has entered the game. He can throw the ball a little bit better than his older brother, it would seem. Handoff to Merciel. He'll spin around and get all that yardage back that he lost and then some across the 35 down to the 37.
Ball carried by number 26, Wade Merciel. Tackled by number 9,
It's a pickup of 6, so third down 6 now. They'll move quickly here. Twin receivers split out either side. Merciel in the backfield. Coleman takes the bell tie snap, looks over the middle. He's got a man, and he's going to be intercepted. That's going to be Garrett Connell, who picks it off across the 50, still on his feet to the 40, and is dragged down at the 36-yard line.
By number 15, Garrett Connell.
Connell on the interception.
The Potosi 36-yard line.
And that may have just iced the game there. 4 minutes, 18 seconds to go, and it's a 13-point Tiger lead, and they'll take over in plus territory. And they'll take over from the Potosi 36-yard line. 20-7 is the score, and all they have to do now, with Potosi only having one timeout, is get a couple of first downs here, and then they can kneel this one out. I formation for the Tigers, and it's going to be the Caden Camden show as they'll give it to him up the middle. He's drugged down after he crosses the line of scrimmage. They'll give him 2 yards there, and the clock will run. It's going to be a tough one here for the Trojans. As they are going to have a long uphill battle unless they can get something on the defensive side of the ball that puts points on the board. As under 4 to go here in the game, 20-7 is your score. Salem with the ball, interception thrown by Blake Henson. It was Connell who made it happen, and now he's back under center in that I formation. He's got Caden Camden straight back in the backfield. They'll give it to Atchison up to the up back, and that'll be a gain of maybe 2 again. So 3rd down and 6, it looks like. Just looking to run the clock here are the Tigers. Under 3.5 to play. 3rd down and 6. They have a 20-7 lead. And they've just been, honestly, the more physical team tonight. Have the Tigers as just nothing really going on offense at all except for the one long touchdown. Other than that, the Potosi offense has been rather stagnant all evening. They haven't been able to get the running game going at all. Here is the shotgun snap in the backfield. Met is Caden Camden, but he spins out of that one and will end up getting 1 yard. But it'll be 4th down and 5.
Ball carried by number 5, Caden Camden, tackled by number 33.
And 2.5 to go here in the 4th quarter. The Tigers will let this one run down, and I would imagine just run one more play and turn it over on downs and let Potosi try and fling the ball around the yard a little bit. 20-7 is your score, 2:20 and counting. 4th down, 5 from the 31-yard line of Potosi are the Salem Tigers. They're moving from left to right across your radio dial. Shotgun formation for Connell. He'll take the snap. He'll play action. Bootleg out to his left. He's looking to throw, and that ball is knocked down. Interesting play there because that ball is knocked out of the air by Wyatt Knapp. So they turn the ball over on downs. And it will stop the clock. So Potosi's got 2:05, 1 timeout, down by 13, and the ball's on the 31-yard line. Interesting stuff here. Thanks some sponsors here. Pizza 101 South in Bonne Terre, Prairie Farms in Southeast Missouri, Presbyterian Manor in Farmington, Richards Produce in Farmington, Serenity Hospice, Twin City Toyota and Herculaneum, and the UPS store in Festus. Blake Coleman in the shotgun. He'll take the snap into around to Meese. Nothing doing. He's going to be chopped up in the backfield. Great tackle made there by Luke Campbell. And they're going the wrong way are the Trojans. That'll be a huge loss.
By number 20, Luke
Wyrick
Campbell.
is furious on the sideline. Loss of 7. 2nd down, 17. Clock is moving. Twin receivers split out either side. Blake Coleman in the shotgun. He'll take the snap, almost fumble the snap. Under pressure now. He'll throw the screenplay out to Blake Henson. He gets a block. That's a good one. Looking for one more, and he gets out of bounds. They'll get him out of bounds across the 40 down to the 45-yard line. And that's a good play call there from Dylan Wyrick. Exactly 90 seconds to go in the game. 20-7. If Potosi can pull something off here, it would be improbable, incredible. Trailing by 13 with 1.5 minutes left. 1 timeout to go. The sophomore Blake Coleman in the shotgun. 2 receivers split out either side. Henson, the back in the backfield. Three-step drop for Coleman. He's looking to go downfield, goes through his progressions, nothing doing, has to step up and run. He's going to try and get to the sideline now, gets across the 50, catches a block, and will get out of bounds. That one took 10 seconds off the game clock. He'll get across the 45.
Quarterback keeper by number 7, Blake.
Let's see where they mark him.
9 on the play.
They'll mark him down at the 41-yard line, so it's a 2nd down 1. Pickup of 9 there on the scramble from Blake Coleman. He'll get the play from Wyrick. 2 receivers either side. Coleman with his heels at the 50. Looking downfield, he's going to toss it, and that one's into nowhere, and it's almost intercepted. Should have been intercepted. Was in the hands of Caden Kaufman, usually sure-handed wide receiver on the defensive end. Can't come up with the game-ending interception there. 3rd down 1.
Pass intended for number 10, Blake.
1:13 to go in the game. Salem looking to advance to the semifinal of the Class 3 District 2 tournament. Potosi looking for an improbable, nearly impossible comeback. Again, the winner of this one will play the winner of St. Clair and St. James next week in the semifinal. Coleman in the gun. He's taking it. Pump fakes. Looking downfield. He's got Portell. Tipped in. Incomplete. Good defense there from Dawson Mock. Gets his hand up in the way of the ball. Bring up 4th down and 1. 1:06 to go. Blake Coleman throwing the ball well. His receivers being covered well by the Salem defensive backs. He just needs to find one man sprinting free. 4th down 1. I mean, this is essentially the game right here. Trips receivers down here to the near side left, single receiver out to the far side right. They're going to pitch it to Henson. He is going to pick up the 1st down, it looks like. See where they give it to him. And they'll move it as they just don't try and throw the ball there. They just want to give themselves a new set of downs. And it will be a 1st down. 1:01 to go in the game. 13-point lead for Salem, 20-7. Potosi with the ball with a fresh set of downs and 1 timeout and 1 minute and 1 second to go. Looking for something crazy. A touchdown, a quick touchdown, and an onside kick recovery to give yourself even the flicker of a chance. Trips receivers here to the left. Snap for Coleman. Blake Coleman looking, still looking. Got all day to throw. Now he's going to take off and run, makes a man miss and runs out of bounds. Heads up play by the young sophomore, but that took a lot of time off the clock. 46 seconds remaining. Took off 15 seconds on that play, and the Salem Tigers are just in prevent defense. They're not letting anything get over the top of them, and they're willing to give up the 10, 5, 10, 15-yard plays right there because Potosi's 2 scores down, and those are going to continue to keep the clock running. 2 receivers split out either side. Merciel, the single eye back in the backfield. Here's the snap. Give to Merciel up the middle. Not sure about that play call as he stays on his feet. Gets the 1st down.
Ball carried by number
38 seconds to go.
Wade Merciel.
And let's see what happens. As it will be, the clock is stopped right now. Not exactly sure why. Something is happening. Dylan Wyrick is very unhappy with one of his players. That was Kike Ortiz that took his helmet off and walked towards the locker room. 38 seconds. Clock is stopped for movement of the chains. We'll reset the game clock. 2 receivers split out on either side and waiting for the whistle. Here's the snap. It's going to be a handoff to Merciel, and he's going to pick up about 5.
Ball carried by number 26, Wade Merciel.
Clock continues to run here as nothing is happening. They're not taking a timeout. It says they have 1 left. This will be the end of the game. 20 seconds to go in this one. Blake Coleman getting some good experience here later on in this one as they'll play action. 10 seconds on the clock, rolls out to his left looking, nothing doing there. He'll throw it downfield, ball's up in the air and nope, falls incomplete. 4 seconds to go in this one, and it will be a Salem victory as they have a 2-score lead. 20-7 with 4 seconds to go in the game. 3rd down 4 from the 31-yard line for Potosi. Potosi's season will come to an end at 5-5. Salem with the win will move to 6-4 and on to the semifinals of the Class 3 District 2 tournament. They come in here tonight to Potosi and just play better physical football than the Trojans did tonight. Here's a throw down towards the end zone. Ball's up in the air, intercepted, and a big hit laid on it, and that's the end of the game. Blake Coleman throws his second interception on a prayer, Hail Mary, and that'll be the end of the game. Salem will be victorious tonight. 20-7 is your final score here from Potosi. And the Tigers will advance to the semifinal round, and the Trojan season will come to an end. We'll take a short break, and we'll be back here from Potosi to get you started on the Home Pools and Spas post-game show. Before we send it off back to the studio, we'll wrap it up from here first. Back in a minute here on the MyMo Info Sports Stream.
Add the taste of fresh produce to your table with a stop at Richard's Produce in Festus. Missouri-grown fruits and vegetables bursting with flavor from apples, strawberries, and blackberries to seasonal vegetables to complete your next meal. Decorate your home with pumpkins, corn stalks, gourds, and straw to give it the feel of the season. For farm fresh produce any time of the year, stop by Richard's Produce just off Veterans Highway on North Creek Drive. Just look for the Red Barn. Richard's Produce. Great people, great prices, and a great place to shop. Join them on Facebook for more information.
Cozy Memorial Chapel has been serving Farmington and the surrounding communities since 1864. Their commitment of service to the community is deeply rooted in Missouri history and is the foundation for everything they do today. John Cozine is proud to be the 4th generation to operate Cozy Memorial Chapel and is proud to support Farmington High School. Cozy Memorial Chapel, serving families for generations at 217 West Columbia Street in Farmington.
Back here on the MyMo Info Sports Stream, that's a wrap from Potosi, the Class 3 District 2 quarterfinals. Salem is your winner, 20-7 in a slugfest. Lots of running the football, lots of running clock, and we are out of here for tonight. We're just going to talk a little bit about it. It was really Salem just kind of getting their way in the trenches, being able to get a push on offense and defense. The Potosi offense not really able to get anything going until late. They did make a quarterback change. We will ask Coach Wyrick about that, and we will put that on the End Zone show to see why they made that change, and we will let you guys know. But I'm going to say goodbye for tonight. Thanks again. I'm Stephen Kabler. Thanks to Jake Reed back at the studio, twisting and tweaking the dials, making me sound purty all night long. We're going to toss it to the Home Pools and Spas End Zone show with Jacob Vincent. Once again, 20-7, your final score, Salem over Potosi. Thanks for listening, folks, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Reminder that looking ahead to our Hearing Care Partners broadcast schedule, we do have some volleyball coverage coming your way tomorrow. We'll be at the Class